What's up? It's good to see you all. Thank you all for coming. I'm glad you could make it. Yeah, tonight we're going to have a nice show because at least the power's not going off at 11, so we're not rushed for time really. But it's good to see you guys. This is part 2. If you guys have missed part 1, do go in the description box and click on part 1 and you can watch that. Anyway, we have Jeff Conkell, PJ Cruikshank, and the boss, Michael Kahn in Ellement. How you guys doing?
Yo. I let Michael out of the basement. He's decided to pay us.
Gaffers here. Get ready.
Guess who's back? Back again.
Michael's back.
Hope you guys are all doing well.
Not bad, right? Not bad.
Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back?
But it's good to see you guys. Thank you for joining. So what did you guys think of part 1 though? Because that was obviously just their opening presentations.
It was just. I mean, I think that what's her name, Mercedes. I think she actually did all right. You know, I've never seen her before. You said you've seen her before, didn't you? But I think she did all right. You know, really pretty good.
Yeah, she's quite smart. Definitely. So everybody in chat, it's good to see you guys. I'm just gonna say, can the Globe Defenders even rebuttal?
No.
That's a big no, definitely.
Negative.
No.
Definitely not. Yeah, that's a big no. No 65% and yes 35%. So we only got 35% of Globers in. So yeah, everybody in chat, thank you for coming. There's quite a few people, so I'm not going to go through everybody. I'm just going to say thank you for coming. You guys rock. Glad to have you in. Please hit the likes and share the show. And I just want to say thank you for everybody's support. Yeah. Wow, I'm getting hot. Okay. Are you guys ready to do this?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I still don't know what is up with this Delcos guy. It kind of irritates me. I really get the vibe he's in a pantry at work somewhere after hours, and he's acting like he's one of these engineers there. In the meantime, he's the janitor or something, or an intern. You know what I mean? Because, I mean, look, he even taped his mic to one of the control arms there. So, okay, dude. Hey, Gary Bingo, what's up? So, yeah, let's do this.
Get like a $20 a month plan with this company, which, as a Canadian, I mean, let's not even talk about how much we pay for mobile. And then Planet Fitness, which, if you guys have seen James and you want to know where he bought his muscles, there you go.
What? Check out Vaynard's channel, new high altitude video, 360 cam. Ooh, that would be awesome. If you can get the link for us, it'd be great.
All right. So, open platform. I've got 60 minutes available for you guys to discuss.
Hey, Luge, thank you for your $15 super chat. Thank you very, very much. Although you didn't say anything, appreciate all your support, man. Thank you for being here.
Discuss flat versus globe, as long as you guys don't try to overtalk each other.
Ooh. Sorry, guys. It was disconnected and then I forwarded it for some odd reason. Okay, let's see what they're going to say.
Here you go.
Okay.
All right. So, open platform. I've got 60 minutes available for you guys to discuss flat versus globe, as long as you guys don't try to overtalk each other too much and you don't start to...
Yeah, I agree, Glenn. Thank you, Luch, for the support on the channel. Really appreciate it, man. Just one thing, you can stop spamming my DMs on Discord, mate.
Insult each other. I will just sit here quietly. All right? The floor is yours. Have fun.
All right, I can answer your question. If we have any, what is it, universe sandbox, anything that simulates the universe, the galaxy, whatever. And if it works offline and it can predict where the shit will be, sorry, I'm going to swear, I guess, sorry. If it predicts where the shit will be in the sky and it's offline, it's not getting any data, you can do that 10, 20 years and the model works because it's using the model. Like that's all there is to it, right? If it's not pulling data from somewhere, it's using something to accurate.
Stop. I've got a problem with this predict business.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because, you know, I posted that video called Movers.
Yeah.
And I had Dustin Burns saying, well, you know the satellites because we can predict them, right? But I can put my camera out anytime, all night, and I see them movers.
Yep.
Yeah? What about when the predict movers been there and they're not? Or what about when I go out and, like, you know, if you get that Starlink app, right, and it says when you can see them, when they're over England, blah, blah, blah. Well, what about when it says they're not over England and I put my camera outside and I can see them?
Yeah, it's really odd. But,
Yeah,
but,
you know what I
but
mean?
also...
Like, there's no prediction about it. Like, it's
Yeah, but the
stupid.
thing is, what these guys don't get is all the models they are placing. It's not predictions. It's a model that's based on observations done through centuries of observation. So they've taken something that's been observed for centuries, taking that data and building a model around that, and then saying, you see, the model works, so therefore the model means Earth's a globe, which is bullshit. I mean...
But, like, you know, like, so what? You can predict lights in the sky. Does that mean that they're like tin cans in a vacuum?
No, it doesn't. But that's my point, though. Because they built a model, to describe something that always happens, it doesn't make the model proof of their globe. I mean, Jeff knows this as well, even at his job, where you have models to explain with conductivity and stuff. It's just a model to describe things.
Yeah, and most like cyclical anyway. They're not predicted. They're cyclical.
No, they're
They've
cyclical.
always
Yeah.
happened.
They're
Always
observed.
happened.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jeff, you want to say something?
No. I was just gonna mention that it's not just models. Well, we physically build everything, right, and test it before we physically put it in place, because you can't just throw it in, expect it to work, right?
Exactly.
Without testing.
But think about it. By observation, Jeff, you would understand high voltage kills.
Yes.
Now you can...
Well, no. Actually, it's the current.
The
You
current,
can have really high voltage, and really low current, and it won't do anything to you. Like, you know, like a static shock.
Yeah.
A static shock, like, you know, when you get a little shock from your finger, it's something like 5,000 volts for every centimeter.
Can you believe it?
Yeah, that's crazy. And
Yeah.
that's why static can fry your computers very easily.
Yeah, circuit boards, like when I used to work at an electronics factory, like, and you had to be earthed, like, while you were messing about with circuit boards, because like a static shock can damage a circuit board.
Yeah, you got to wear static straps when you're working with that kind of stuff. Yep.
Luch, mate, spamming is when you go and just literally just leave comments galore the whole time and you don't stop. That's spamming, mate. Just to let you know. But thanks for coming, Lou. But yeah, Jeff, but you see, my point is, now you got a model to explain that high voltage or whatever, the current, okay? Now, it explains the current, but does that mean that that model is reality, or is it just explaining reality?
Flats, I've put something in your PayPal for me and Vicky.
Thank you very much, PJ. Shout out to Vicky, and shout out to PJ. Thank you very much for you guys. I'm not able to see now because my phone's in front of me.
No, I'd rather do that than do a super chat. So.
But yeah, I appreciate it very, very much, man. You rock. It's been to be honest, quite an expensive week for me.
Yeah.
I got sad news though. That my dog got cat fever, and she died.
Oh, what?
Yeah. There was a cat
Wow.
that came in the yard and had cat fever, so we didn't know.
What's cat fever like?
I don't know what it is in
Never heard
English.
it.
I think but it's the cats. It's
Is
a
it
type of
parvo?
disease that the cats carry on them. So as soon as they go in
Right.
the yards and stuff, and if the dogs come into contact with it, they get very sick. And she
Wow.
was just unfortunately too young, and
No.
she couldn't go
Vicky will be
through
crying.
it.
Vicky will be crying right now.
My wife is still crying. It's like
Yeah.
What about
Yes.
kids like? I bet
they
that's-
also.
Oh.
It's quite hard. But yeah, it cost me $2,000 for the doctor's bill.
This
for
is
that.
why I don't like. I love animals, like, but I'd never have a pet because
Yeah.
it'd kill me. Like,
But
having
that's
a
the thing.
pet.
That's why But even when I was younger, I've sort of learned to. I don't know. It's a personal thing where I don't try to get her too attached to something, because I also had one of my favorite dogs when I was smaller also died from the same thing, and it was very traumatic for me. So I still care for the thing, but I don't know. I can't say a very personal bond like I would say with like my children or wife. But yeah, it still catches a person. So
I mean,
yeah,
I had a goldfish when I was little, and that died, and I was heartbroken, like, and it was just a fish, like, but
Sorry, guys, I gotta go.
but thanks for coming, Jeff. Cheers,
Thanks,
cheers.
man.
Have a good one.
Jeff Conkle, thanks for your 7-month membership, by the way, man.
take care, Jeff.
Cheers, Jeff. But yeah, that's
See you
practically,
back,
and then it cost me $2,000 for the doctor's fees, even though the dog now passed away. And then I had to get the alternator replaced in my car, which cost me another $5,000. It's crazy. This was an expensive week.
Vicky is crying. She says, poor puppy.
Ah,
Shame.
But yeah, we'll probably wait a month or two before we try maybe get another one. It's just too soon
Yeah.
now, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, if she was a bit older, she could have probably pulled through, but she was just too young.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it was, when was it? Sunday night? No? Tuesday night.
Right.
She was just started throwing up.
Right.
And she was still fine. She still ate everything. She just started throwing up and stuff. Wednesday morning, we just saw, no, all of a sudden, she's just not looking too great. She's very pup. She's not moving or anything. When we picked up, then my wife took her to the vet. And then they said she has this disease. And then they kept her overnight and stuff. And then, yeah. Unfortunately, she didn't make it.
Sorry about that, man.
Yeah, so
Sorry.
that was quite hectic. Hey, Nathan, good to see you, man.
I bet the kids were really upset.
Oh,
as well.
yeah.
Wow.
Okay, my
Yeah.
youngest one doesn't really understand yet. She just thinks
No, of course.
she's sleeping by some friend. But yeah, the other two, they definitely understand. Anyway, enough of Mr. Sad stuff. Ready to go
Yeah.
on?
Yeah.
It's sad, that, isn't it? Like, it's put me
Yeah.
on a bit of a downer.
Yeah. Vicky fell in love with that puppy across it and seeing it on the camera and that. But yeah, Vicky's like that
Definitely.
anyway.
Guys, here's that 360 from Vayland. If you want to watch it through, do go subscribe to him. There we go. Yeah,
Looks
I'm
pretty
gonna-
flat to me.
it's very flat. And this is a 360 degree, guys. There's his link in the description, in the comment section. Click. She was 10 weeks old, Mandela. She was still a small puppy. That's why she was just too weak. She couldn't fight. Hey, Cheswick, good to see you, man. But yeah, that's really, really awesome stuff. So I've got the link down there. Click on his link and subscribe to Mr. Vaynant. Okay, let's get on to more disturbing stuff. These two guys. Okay, let's go.
We predict it, and that would make sense. So
What? Okay, let me try to paraphrase that for the room so they know what you're saying.
go
He's
for
saying that basically satellites, they send certain signals and we're able to
it.
determine.
Wrong. That's not at all what I'm talking
Well,
about.
then you need to articulate
I
your
said if you
position.
have a piece of software like Universe Sandbox, which is on any person's desktop, you can buy on Steam for $10. If you pull out your Ethernet cable or your internet, you kill your internet, and then you have it predict, okay, where the planets or whatever you want going to be at a certain time, 20 years, 30 years, a day, a week, whatever. If it works offline and you can figure out accurately where it is, then that model is working. There's something.
No, the data's already on the system. You're literally just proving our point. The data's there. What? What does it matter if it's online or offline? The data's already on the system.
I know that, like, I can go out most nights and see moon.
Yeah. But you understand what I'm saying? He's saying because you can unplug your Ethernet, therefore it's offline and it still can tell you where the things are. Yeah, but it's got data. You do know the sandbox has data. You know what a cookie is. You know what a cache is. This is really bad.
Like, when your phone dies and you plug it back in to charge it up, it still tells you at the same time.
Yeah.
What is his point, like?
I mean, let's take a watch, for instance. A watch tells time. A watch is a model that predicts time, you could say. Does that make time physical?
No, of course not.
No.
I mean, if you wind a clock hand back, you ain't going back in time, are you? You know.
It's 12 o'clock, and I know in 2 hours' time it's going to be 2 o'clock. What a prediction!
But yeah, there is no prediction. They literally took observations that have been made for thousands of years. I mean, people look at the sky, and they realized cycle patterns, and they jotted it down. Yeah. Now, these guys come, they take those cycles that have been observed for centuries, and create a model around it.
Yeah, and clear prediction, like, we can predict this, we can predict that.
Yeah, hence the hijacking thing that people always say, you know?
It's like, yeah, think about it. It's like having a fake magician. He's already rigged everything. But the people are going to believe it's magic. But he's already rigged it. Everything's rigged.
Yeah.
I love this globe model, me. It can predict, it can talk.
It divines motives.
It's ace, isn't it? Like, but I've still not seen it yet.
It can fly. It can fly in space. You know?
Yeah, it can violate natural law.
Yeah, absolutely. It's supernatural as well as spiritual and metaphysical. Wow.
It's got its own. It's even got its own physics.
Its own physics.
I mean, it allows you to be on different sides of a ball, and the water flows downhill for both people.
Well, it has to come down. Yeah, well, it has to start at the top of a mountain there or a hill and come down to you. It comes down to the person. It's up.
It's insane.
The person, it's up, and both people are down.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's stupidity, man.
It's sad to believe in a globe in 2024. If you've been exposed to the flat Earth, and you still a globe.
If you've been exposed to it, like,
yeah,
you know, there's no excuse.
Exactly. If you've been exposed to the flat Earth, and you're a defending glober, there's something wrong with you. I'm sorry. It's as simple as that.
In that program that's saying this is where these will be at this time, and it's working, and it's a pattern. And if it's open source, then you know what pattern it's using because it's open source. Like, that's
the problem I see with that, Devin, is so we have things called star maps. They've been used for like thousands of years that sailors have used to navigate where they're at on the Earth, and they could just pinpoint where they were just because of that, which is similar to what you're saying. So it's not really disproving flat Earth at all.
It's not that you're using it as a map. It's the fact that it's able. If I have something that can make predictions about something like off in another room, right? If I've modeled the dog's behavior in the bedroom across the road. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. If I can accurately model it enough, then I know that model of reality that I've created is accurate.
Yeah, but it doesn't make your model reality. That's a reification fallacy. You don't...
They're hijacking prediction because it's not prediction. It's something that's been observed over thousands of years.
Yeah, just like he says, he can observe the dog, and now he's modeling out his predictive ability after observing it. So you've literally observed everything about him. So you've got patterns on how the dog is behaving. That doesn't make your model reality. You're just literally taking observed reality and creating a model around what you observe.
Exactly. Everything they do is begging the question, isn't it?
It's they love affirming the consequence
Yeah, of course.
Globes and hijacking a reality
of
in
anything.
every sense. Every sense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Flatzoid to debate Neil deGrasse.
It wouldn't be hard. Yeah.
Well, all I have to ask him is, what's gravity?
I don't know.
And this is the debate over.
Tell what it does, that kind of thing. But wait, as for what it is,
No
no
idea.
clue.
Exactly.
He'll tell you the truth at least. Not in that case.
Because I can use it to predict
No.
things in the future.
It's
Just like
incorrect. So it's incorrect.
Well, how is it incorrect? How is if
I'm
I have
gonna-
a
I'm gonna
model that
tell
can
you.
show me in the future without any input given? How is that not a working model?
We could do that. We could do that before technology, and we.
How do you? Sorry, is he saying there was no input given? Of course, there's
Yeah,
input
I
given.
was just gonna say. So like, if there's no input given, then you don't know. No.
How do they? If you're writing a program, I mean, this guy's claiming to be doing source codes. Source code is data. It's input. Literally is ones and zeros.
What has source code got to do with shape of Earth?
Nothing. But he's busy debating if models are reality or not, and he's saying Sandbox can be unplugged from the internet, and it makes predictions correct without any input. Dude, you literally got Sandbox open. That means it's got data. It's got input.
So is Sandbox like AI and
It's a program. No, it's just a program.
all knowing, and it can do things on its own without having any data inputted into it?
Yeah, omniscient computer.
Yeah, apparently, yeah. But then again, he's probably an evolutionist as well, and believes in the Big Bang nonsense.
Anybody using Sandbox for an argument wants booting clean out.
That's crazy.
We could do that before people believed in the globe. When people believed the Earth was
Right, but
flat,
that doesn't
the
matter.
Mayans, all of them, they predicted when certain things would be in the sky.
Not
at certain
accurately,
times.
and that doesn't matter at all because
Okay, first of all,
Tell me when it
it
wasn't
absolutely was accurate. It's still accurate to this day. It's
Yeah.
called the Antikythera mechanism. You can just say no.
we
it
all
doesn't.
know that's not a thing. With
Bro.
no.
The Antikythera mechanism is not a thing, really. So it's just denial. Hand wave to the
Yeah,
other side.
Wow.
No, but I don't see how you get from predicting movements of things in the sky to Antikythera mechanism.
No, the Antikythera mechanism was used with the observations. So
From knowledge that people already knew. Like.
exactly. It was just their way, their computer system, to know when the eclipses and moons and all this will happen. That was it. But this Delcos dude is just claiming that that's not a real thing. So there's no such thing as civilizations actually making observations for centuries and thousands of years, guys.
No, of course.
How did everybody get on before Sandbox?
Good question.
How did anybody be intelligent if they were that lowly in mind that they didn't do anything like that, you know?
Oh,
How did
wow.
they achieve anything? Blooming, innit?
Oh, that
You
doesn't
said
work.
you weren't going to interrupt.
Well, you
and
said you
both
weren't gonna
times-
lie.
Hold
We're
on.
not gonna
I'm
lie.
out. Hold on. We're a few
You have
minutes
to
in.
interrupt.
We've
It's the
all
only way
done
that
Two minutes.
this a
Glover-
million
Hold on,
times. Go
Delcos.
ahead. Sorry.
We're 2 minutes in.
On mute.
Okay. Yeah.
It's the only way Globe Earthers can
We
debate. bro.
love the energy.
Well, I don't like
We
lying.
We hold on.
What lying? He hasn't. Nobody said any lies.
Nobody's lied.
No, not at all.
Sure. And this guy's interrupting the moderator. That's bad. Okay, to be fair, Witsit also interrupted him now a bit, but
When I'm talking, nobody's gonna talk. Okay. We love the energy, but if you're gonna come hard, they're gonna come hard back. Let
I'll
them
come
have
hard.
the chance to. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Witsit, the floor is yours.
Okay, so I asked for evidence that verifies and validates the globe Earth model void of logically fallacious reasoning. And he said, I can answer your question. And then he invoked a mathematical model, assuming that the Earth is a sphere built upon the cyclical nature of things like the sky and the planets. And then said the fact that it continues to acknowledge the cycle that hasn't changed for thousands of years proves that his presupposed globe model is true. It's affirming the question, reification, affirming the consequent, reification fallacy, and begging the question, which is informal. Those are multiple fallacies in one.
Sorry?
Spot on, like you can't knock him for that, like spot on.
That is spot on. No, he's doing great, yeah. Shout out to Witsit. He is really up this game these days.
He has. I mean, we still don't agree with him in a few things, but yeah, he has when it comes to pushing the.
It's not like it's not no like hating on him, like, but when he starts pushing things that he can't back up, that's when there's a problem.
Yeah,
He's a lot
I
young.
agree. Look, there's
He's a lot
still
younger.
stuff I don't agree with him though. But,
Absolutely.
But
he's a lot younger than me, and I looked up to the dude. You know what I mean? So yeah, I appreciated him.
look, there's a lot of things I still don't agree with him, but I have to say, he's taking the people to task. He's doing a good job.
One, certainly not one void of logically fallacious reasoning. So I guess the question's still on the table. Do we have an actual piece of substantial evidence to validate the globe void of logically fallacious reasoning?
Yes, if I have a single model that works and can make accurate predictions without any outside anything, then it works. It doesn't matter if we could do it.
Oh, really? What about the quote-unquote scientific model they had for Flatzoid? That worked, correct?
Yeah.
Did that make Flatzoid real? No, it was debunked. It was shown to be false. Flatzoid was falsified. And it was supposed to be a scientific model that you claiming if it works, it means it's real. Well, Flatzoid model works. Doesn't make it real, does it?
In the past less accurately or more accurately, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's all irrelevant. If I have this model on my phone and the phone works and it can track the shit, then it works. And that's all there is to it. There's
Can
no
I ask you a
other
question, bro?
argument.
Go. What if you have two different models that both can accurately predict something? Are they both simultaneously true?
Well, they would be used for different things. They would.
That's not what he asked you. He asked a very specific question. I think you guys don't understand what he just asked. So you have two different models. They predict exactly the same thing with accuracy. Are both models reality? That's a contradiction. You can't have two realities at the same time.
No.
It would be true within the use case that you're using them in, right?
So
if I'm
models
using an LLM, right? If I'm trying to accurately model Mars better, right, and see more detail where it's going, so I'm trying to land there, I'd have a specialized fine-tuned model for that use, right? I wouldn't use Universe Sandbox.
Let's say you have two models.
Doesn't mean they're wrong.
Let's say you have two models that make.
Like, that is absolute bollocks. Like, what does he mean by modeling Mars?
Yeah, but he's totally missing the point though. Witsit's saying if you got two different models, let's for instance take the heliocentric model and the geocentric model. Okay? They both are able to accurately work and predict whatever now, okay? But does that make now the Earth geocentric and heliocentric at the same time? Just because the models work?
Yeah, I know, but modeling. What does he mean by modeling Mars? Like, you've got to Google Mars, right? So with it, like, shows you like Mars as a land.
Yeah, he's totally missing the point because he's trying to say, well, we can just accept the more accurate map. He's totally missing the point because the map's not about the most accurate map. It's about if you got two different models and they both make the same prediction and they both work, are you claiming both models are reality?
Yeah, then it proves nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Then it's just a mute argument. Cheers, Mr. Chiswick, mate. Thank you for coming.
But like, I could, right?
Yeah.
My postman comes at 1 o'clock by my watch, right? And then postman comes by 2 o'clock by Beth's watch because her watch is faulty.
Yeah.
So what time does postman come?
Ah, that's a good question.
Both times, dude. Obviously.
Came at 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock.
Yeah, no paradox there, dude. No paradox. Both times.
That's actually a good point.
Yeah.
Fundamentally,
my watch that's faulty. Even who knows?
opposite claims. Like they're contradictory. They don't make the same claim, but they both can make a prediction. Are
Right.
they both true?
Well, is the prediction right?
In both scenarios, yes.
Well, then you'd have to show an example where both models could be completely different, because I've never seen that. If you could show that example in reality.
Yeah, geocentric model and the heliocentric model. There we go. Because they're literally based on observations for thousands of years. Literally.
Stars move.
Yeah. The one says the stars move and the other one
yeah.
says the earth moves.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's really insane. Yeah, guys, please hit the likes, share the show. Really appreciate everybody here.
Reality, then sure, but you can make up a thought question about anything you want. That's the
Okay,
problem.
yeah,
I could
I'll
say,
have
is
it's
there
easy.
a pink unicorn and the purple unicorn? Would the pink unicorn stab me first? I don't know. I've never seen a pink unicorn. You can't make that assumption. You can't say we have two different models that are completely different, but they have the same result, unless you're talking about something specific, but you could have overlap, right? You could have meshing, or you could have some sort of weird little gap where they kind of.
What the hell is meshing and anything got to do with what he just said?
I think he's just contradicting himself there. Right?
Yeah, but he's talking about gibberish. He's talking about 3D modeling now that has absolutely nothing to do with what Witsit just spoke about. 3D modeling in like Blender or something.
It's basically saying what he's talking about in unicorns.
Yeah, but I mean, he's bringing up meshings and stuff like in modeling with Blender or whatever. Like it has any relevance to do with what Witsit just spoke about. What the hell? And why is this Mark guy just sitting there like, he looks really confused. Is he ever going to talk?
kind of mesh, like with your sorry, I need water. When you're merging an LLM, you have things which are models. You have things that split and they build together, and you can have meshes. So if you have two models that are different, right, they can have overlaps and they can work on the same things. It's not like your question is just, it's not even stupid. It's just wrong.
How can a question be wrong?
This guy's so far detached from reality, it's unreal. Like he's living inside a computer.
Yeah.
Question, it's clearly it can't be wrong, can it?
But you understand what I'm saying? How can his question be wrong?
The answer might be wrong.
Yeah.
About the question.
But I don't know. The way this guy is conversing here, it still tells me this guy's just some intern or janitor at this place. I don't think he's actually like one of, because I mean he looks very young as well. I think he's probably just an intern, and he's working late, and now he's in the pantry there somewhere in the background. And he's like, I'm gonna show you guys, I'm the smart guy. In the meantime, he knows sweet bugger all. He doesn't even know what an argument is.
Still got a snot rag around his mate. It looks like a hanky, doesn't it? Like he's just gone. I don't know. I think it might be white gaffer tape or something.
It's gaffer tape.
Yeah.
And I still think he's on something because damn, this guy's fidgety.
Did his model predict how much gaffer tape he need to mend his mic?
Maybe he was smart enough to use waterproof.
Yeah, that dude Mark said he was on his way home yesterday. He's still not got that.
It's a long drive. Yep.
Yeah, you didn't answer the
misunderstanding of
question.
modeling.
It's okay. You can't answer the
That
question.
is the answer. The answer is I have
sure.
a model. If I put it on a hard drive, I have now a physical model that is ones and zeros, that is alignment.
That's a phone battery, mate.
Is it physical?
No, it's not physical. If you've got a model, a 3D program model, it's not physical.
That you have
It's
to
data.
save on an hard drive, it really isn't physical, is it?
No. The hard drive's physical. The ones and zeros is just impulses. It's literally just ones and zero ticks. I mean, really? The guy's literally calling data physical, guys.
Metaphysical.
I mean, let me put it this way: if I tap you on your shoulder once, or I tap you on your shoulder 2 times, that would be considered data. But is that data physical?
Are you predicting when you do that?
But is that data physical, or is the tapping physical?
Yeah, darkness physical.
Exactly.
The feeling of, like, say, whatever, the touch, or if it was a punch, the pain, that's just the information.
All I know is when Flatzoid taps me up back 3 times, it's a globe.
Oh man, but this is sad. Wow, not a very good start.
Of little magnetic particles on my disk. It is a physical model that exists that
Total
I can use to
non-sequitur.
predict the world. It's not a non sequitur.
It
It's
is
a
a
physical thing because
non-sequitur.
you like physical.
It is.
Physical thing. This was a hard drive that stores a model of the Earth that we can
Your
use
hard
to
drive's
actually make.
physical, mate.
He knows it, surely.
And
Physical model on an hard drive.
he still
He's just
doesn't
doing
get
it.
it though. This is how dumb this guy is. He still doesn't get the argument. We don't care what model or data you got on the hard drive. The argument is, if you have 2 totally contradicting models and they both make the same prediction and it's accurate, how can you say which one is reality and which one's not? Because a model is just a model. It just describes. It just explains. This guy literally lives in a reification fallacy fantasy. This guy, if you would ask him, will you load yourself into the matrix, he'll probably say yes.
Big predictions.
Because he looks like one of those guys that would say, yeah, implant my brain with a chip, please. He literally looks like one of those guys that's stupid enough to do something like that.
Oh, dude, he'd be the guinea pig for it. He'd
Yeah.
chuck himself straight in there.
Thinking he's the man, and then he becomes a potato for the rest of his life.
Look at moderator's face. He's like, am I really in?
But even Mark, he looks so confused this whole time. He's sitting there, and he's like, what the hell's wrong with this guy?
he's like, why ain't I home yet?
It's offline on its own. That's all
Okay,
you
real
need.
fast. Real fast.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Let me respond. I don't want it to be like just me and him dominating the debate, so I want to make sure we let.
Oh, well, you're losing, so you're trying to dip?
What?
Wow.
No.
What?
What?
Losing?
Losing.
He's just asking can the other people also chat because you don't shut the hell up.
Wow.
Check his eyes are like wide open.
To be fair with that, Mark, I think he's actually parked up. I think he's got home, but just parked up outside. I think. So
Maybe.
he's not moving, is he?
Maybe he doesn't want to go in.
Model how much this guy talks, and there's no hard drive big enough to put that model on.
No. But actually, this is when Justin, the moderator, should say, yeah. I think let the other people talk as well a bit, because it is just at the moment Witsit and Delcos.
This is where modern day debates fails, like, because they don't moderate.
No, not properly. No. I mean, look at James' last moderation when
Oh, that was
one-
terrible.
It was terrible, man. Absolutely, really, really bad. Sitting there in his boxers and stuff.
Red boxes.
Oh, dude.
Sad Witsit.
You've
You're
interrupted me
only
every
4
time I
minutes
talk.
in, and you are chirping it.
All right, try not to
I'll mute.
interrupt me. How about that? So, and I want to make a point to the audience. Globe Earthers always have to interrupt the conclusion of the opponent's position because that's the only way that they can stop the truth from getting out there. But I'm going to address your point, and then we're going to let other people also speak. That was my point. I don't want to just dominate the debate. That's the vibe so far. So, okay, I already pointed out that is logically fallacious. If you have a model based on a presupposition, so let's say the Earth's a sphere, I'm going to model it. What am I going to use to model it? The data that we've observed in the sky for thousands of years. It keeps repeating in a cycle. I can use whatever model I want to. I'm going to assume it's a sphere. If I then make it a sphere, reverse engineered off of the sky, and then I say, hey, look, the model matches the sky. Of course it does. That's affirming the consequent, begging the question, and a reification fallacy, treating it like it is in fact true. Your argument is if a model works, it must be true. Now, this is the funny part. You're not going to keep that same energy when I start pointing out how you're not allowed to, which is, of course, I can show you the electromagnetic nature of gravity from Constantine Mice. He gives you the value for big G and little.
There he starts pushing his nonsense in again.
Yeah.
You were doing so well, Witsit.
I know.
Because, unfortunately, like I said, I don't agree with everything Witsit says. And he believes there's a downward bias.
Down with that bollocks.
Yeah, but it's because he believes there's a downward bias. But there is no such thing as a downward bias. Things go up.
Things go up, yeah.
Hey, Matthew. Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, his point was made already. He didn't have to move on to this now as well.
We have a code ID.
Does this
10.
girl talk?
Yeah, Mercedes is probably going to talk soon, but I mean...
G in equivalence with electrostatics. It completely makes all predictions that quote unquote gravity does, but claims that it's electromagnetic. You have Newtonian gravity, can also make similar planetary predictions, and you have Einsteinian gravity. Fundamentally contradictory and opposite theories cannot both simultaneously be true. That would violate the law of non-contradiction, the literal first principle of logic, the literal first one. So no, of course, the answer is even if two models both get the same prediction, if they make contradictory claims, they cannot both be true. That is the answer. So the table, it's still on the table. Do you
I feel
have?
like you're being deliberately dishonest now because
What?
What?
What's he being dishonest about?
Crazy.
What's he being
There you
dishonest about?
See, this is a classic case of clownage.
Hey Don, how you doing, man?
Hey Don, what's up? Yeah,
He's got no argument against Witsit's. Witsit's lying, is dishonest.
but you
Well,
see,
there you go, Don. You can see it yourself tonight. Michael's in. You can see it
Yo,
yourself.
Don, how's it going, my brother?
There you go. There you go. I thought it was coming. Knackers.
but I mean,
Knackers.
Witsit was very concise in what he's saying. He was not dishonest anywhere. There was nothing dishonest about what he said. He didn't contradict himself. He didn't say anything wrong. He literally just gave a statement of truth. And Delcos is literally saying, "Oh, you're just dishonest." Why? Because it shows him wrong.
Because you don't understand what Witsit's saying.
That's why I said this
The
guy's
guy-
too
the
dumb.
guy clearly is. I'm
Yeah.
gonna judge him, right? The guy clearly lives in a computer game.
But that's what I say. This guy can clearly not be smart enough to do what he says he does. He is some kind of intern or something, which is now
I don't
trying
think
to
he's
act
even
like he's the
that.
smart guy.
I bet he's not even that. Like he's just
He's
pretending.
janitor.
Most ballers pretend. And they're like
A lot of them do, yeah.
You know, like look at Phil Bell. I'm this. I'm that. Satellites. Blah blah. Turns out he's not.
Or who do you know? Maybe his dad works there and he's his son, and he's working late and he decided to climb into the pantry there and
You know when
debate.
somebody says when somebody says I put satellites into space, you know they're lying.
Mhm.
Cool.
Yep, that's very true. Yeah, full. It's a bit weird how a teacher at a secondary school launches satellites.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. It's a bit weird.
Unless are them satellites toilets? By any chance? Waste treatment Phil.
Oh yeah, pumice don't sink. Remember?
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, I don't care what other thing you have. In this isolated incident, it doesn't matter what other thing we're predicting. If I can predict the motion of a planet, and nice diversion, by the way, you're not going to change topics. We were talking.
You're the one busy changing topics. You're the one diverting from the point. Literally in your own statement as you just contradict yourself.
I can predict motion of a so-called planet. I see Jupiter on a night at 1 o'clock in the morning or whatever. Jupiter's there. Back when I look out my back window, Jupiter's there.
But think
What does
of it,
that prove?
yeah, but think of it this way. I know with prediction tomorrow morning the sun's going to rise from the east.
Mike, I think it proves if you hadn't looked out, Jupiter wouldn't have been there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's only there when I look at.
exactly.
It's
That's
insane.
a crazy model, isn't it?
It's crazy.
Talk about this model. If I have a model that I can use offline right now, it's offline, it's sitting right here. How is it not an accurate model of the universe?
Yeah, all,
Okay,
all
Devin,
I can hear is, all I can hear is QE saying something about this, like, you don't know what a model is or something.
Yeah, what is a model? I think that's what we should ask Delcos. What is a model? Wow. This is sad. The guy still doesn't get the argument. And just because I don't know how much times to say this, if you're offline and you have a program that already has the data it will be able to tell you what's what because the data's already there. The point is, where was this data accumulated? Oh, thousands of years of observation.
It's got to be put in by man, hasn't it? Like man's
Oh.
got to put it,
Exactly.
whatever it is, right? Computer wise, and man's put it in usually
Mm-hmm.
from something that they've learned or they know. So like over thousands and thousands of years, they've learned that moon does such, and then they
Exactly.
put it into that model, and he has 2 days off his app, and when he comes back on, oh yeah, moon did this with the 2 days I were off, like, you know,
Yeah.
stupid.
Stupid. I predict I'm gonna go sleep just now, guys. So my model is perfect. So therefore, the Earth is gonna means based on me going to sleep. So that model is real, guys.
How is all this disproving flat Earth though?
I have no idea. This guy's a moron. His whole argument literally hinges on him thinking Sandbox is unplugged from the internet and it still tells me where that planet is. So therefore, Earth is a globe. But what?
Earth is sleep shaped.
He's an idiot. This Delcos is a moron.
Yeah, it is.
You know, sometimes it's difficult for me to decide the most, the most stupidest anti-flat earther.
I'll decide for you. He's one of the most stupidest I've seen.
Yeah, but that's a saying. Sometimes it's really difficult because as soon as I think, okay, I've seen it all, then someone literally blows me away and says something dumber.
You know what? You can make a model for that, you know.
We can. I mean, I always thought, okay, Sean Hawkins. Then I thought, okay, FTFE, you know what I mean? And then I thought, no, Ozian. Or Leo. And then Mark. And now Delcos.
Yeah. I think they're all on the same par, really. Like,
I'm
going to big up Sean Hawkins, like, because he's fake.
Oh, that guy's dumb. That guy, there's no competition. I still say Sean Hawkins is the dumbest around.
He really ain't lying when he's calling you a liar and that. Like, he just thinks that because he's stupid.
I know. But you know what's funny? The funny thing is about him, he literally says nah and debunks himself in his next statement and still thinks he's correct.
Yeah, I know. But I think he's honest, like, he's just fake.
He's just very stupid, yeah. He's so thick that he doesn't know he's thick.
He's not like this guy, or he's not like Craig. You know what I mean? Sean just really is fake. Like, I think if he had half a brain cell, he probably would be a flat earther. Like,
no, it's okay. The globe can keep him.
I'd love Sean to be a flat earther.
Why? No. You see, he'll embarrass us. Don't you think it's embarrassing for the Globers to know he's by them?
They'll shun him, don't they? Like, that's how I know he's honest, though. Like, he's just fake.
Sean was a flat earther. You're on Del's side, you know.
He's not a liar. He's just fake. Like.
How is it not?
I can answer
Go
that.
ahead.
I can answer that.
Go
How it's not is because how long have we had computer technology in the modern world? How long have we had
50
it for?
years, maybe. Maybe a good
years.
computer's
Okay.
worth using, maybe 50 years.
Yeah. And in that 50 years, not only have they predicted a few times that...
Stop it. She just killed him.
Uh-huh.
Honestly, she has just ruined him there with that.
Yeah,
She gave the foundation.
Yeah, that's it.
But do you think he's going to actually grasp the argument?
No.
No.
certain comments and certain things.
Something like, well, we didn't know until we had computers.
Exactly. No, so guys, before computers, 50 years ago, no one ever had models. No one ever sailed the seas. They never traveled. They never did anything because there were no such thing as models. Because computers existed 50 years ago, guys.
Yeah, without computers, there's no intelligence. Like, you didn't have a brain for that, you know?
Yeah, we'll all be dumb. We'll still.
I think the computer is based on the brain, isn't it? Sort of thing. So I'm saying,
the computer is based on the quantum idea of quantum mechanics with ones and zeros. That's what the computer is based on.
It's based on Bill Gates in his garage.
Would like come and hit us, which didn't actually happen.
Right.
So they've gotten things wrong. But also, if it's only been 50 years, how is that an equivalent to proof when you had thousands of years of people using things that
That's a good point.
like Witsit and I were talking about, like not just star maps, but also them creating things of when the sun would
Yeah.
actually go through the holes and you'd see it through the shadows. They would know when the eclipses would happen and that sort of thing. And maybe it wasn't always 100% accurate. I've never seen
Yeah.
where it hasn't been accurate on that model. But if this has only been around for 50 years, how does that prove anything? Because
That's
these
a good
cycles
point.
usually last like a long time, according to you.
That's a good point.
Yeah, but how long has this sandbox been around?
What, 10 years? Not even. But you understand what I'm saying? Her point is brilliant.
Yeah.
What's more reliable? Thousands of years of observation that's shown accurate, or something that's just come along in 50 years?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, let's put it this way. If you had to choose two people to come and do a specific job, would you take the person with 20 years experience or the person with 6 months experience?
Yeah, exactly. You take the tried and test it. Do you know what I mean?
Ah, yeah, exactly. Good point, Mercedes.
Your science too, especially. So how does that prove anything?
So, I mean, so first off, I guess I use the example of like a pinhole camera because I thought that's the first thing that came to mind.
What the hell does a pinhole camera got to do with what she just asked you?
Bloody.
What is wrong with this guy? He literally talks about... I mean, if someone says, can you please tell me how the color red looks? He's going to go talk, oh, well, I know about daffodils and dolphins. Good for you. What's that got to do with the question?
That's true.
Because Witsit's asked him questions that he just refuses to understand and even answer him. He non sequiturs and red herrings about things they don't even talk about. And now literally goes off course of a question Mercedes just asked. What this pinhole camera has got to do with anything she just said? What a moron.
It looks like it looks like he's in a lab or something, doesn't it?
That's what I said. He's in some
Sandbox.
he's in a sandbox. He's playing with the sand with his feet.
He's probably got nitric oxide in tap. It's leaking in the back, guy. That's what's going on. He's tripping out, man. Right, dude. He's got too many Bunsen burners on. The flames have gone out.
He found something in the pantry that he sniffed before the show.
Is like you can have that we've had them for a long time, but they're not very good, right? So if I wanted to take a picture of my dog, I could use a camera from a million years ago. It doesn't matter, right? It's not going to be
Camera from
Well,
a million
hold on.
years ago.
You show me a camera from a million years ago.
You show me a million years. You show me a million
Show
years.
me one.
Wow. Hey, Gavin B, mate. No,
It's just dragging stuff out in his arsehole.
Yeah,
but
show me a
again, but showing he doesn't understand the argument again. He still doesn't get the argument. So what if a pinhole camera is old, and you, for instance, use a better version camera? It
Hold
doesn't
on.
change the fact they're both cameras.
Hold on a minute. Is it a million years old?
No, that's not the point.
It bloody is. I want somebody to show me a million years old camera.
Yeah, me too.
He mentioned it. He's gonna
I-
back it up.
I don't
He's gonna
even
back
think.
you up.
I don't even think there is something that's a million years old.
No, there's nothing. But he's gonna back it up like he's brought it up. Right? A million years old camera. I want to see it.
Exactly. What's up,
Is
David?
it Manhattan
Moomin.
Wood?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right, Incredible Hulk. How's it going?
I'm just gonna say hi to everybody that's come in again. If I have missed your name, sorry. Please excuse me. I apologize. But it's good to see you all. Please hit the like, share the show. You guys rock. Type 1 in chat if you think Delcos needs to go back to school. Or type 2 in chat if you think Delcos needs to go back to school.
I'll type 5 if you want to see this million-year-old camera.
Or type 5 if you want to see the million-year-old camera, exactly.
made out of a turnip and silkworm threads. You know?
Be good. But if I want to take a really decent picture, I can go grab a DSLR. And yeah, it's only existed 5 or 10 years, but it's a really damn good picture because it's new, because we are able to modify things and to progress. And the faster that we progress, it's like in a game.
I'm sorry, Delco. So the new DSLR camera, is it a camera? Yes. Is it technology? Yes. Okay, great. Now, when it comes to the argument, computers only came 50 years ago, and the models on those computers are literally only 50 years old, compared to people making actual reality predictions and observations for thousands of years. Which one are you going to accept? The one that hasn't been able to prove it? It hasn't been around long enough to actually prove it's accurate for long enough? Or the one that's been proving it for a long time that it's accurate? That's the point. It's got to do with the time, how long something is shown accurate. If you got a little... How can I put this? Let's say you hire someone as a CEO. Okay? You give them a time period to prove themselves. Okay? Now, if you've taken someone that's been the CEO for, let's say, the last 20 years of that company, and now you get someone else, and you let them be the CEO, and they've only shown, okay, they've been good for the last 3 months. Does that mean they're going to be a good CEO a month from now? No.
Fantastic CEO. Most experienced.
It's crazy. Now, we can put it this way. The old CEO that worked there for 20 years has an old system. They love using files and notepads, and stick-it pads and all that, and they have a filing cabinet and all that. But now the new CEO does everything on an Apple iPod. Okay? Technology has increased. Great. Does that Apple iPod now make it better than what the old system was? Might make it easier to work, but doesn't make it more accurate. It's the same data.
It just replaces it.
Yeah, it's just replacing it. The data's still the same. The only difference is the old one, the system showed to work for a long period of time. How do you know your Apple iPod isn't going to break a charging pin? Or isn't going to fall in the water or fall out of your hand and break? Get it?
Shit.
Or get a virus and you lose all your data. How's that?
Game, right? The faster you begin to progress, you will exponentially increase your skill and your ability to explore the world, right? That's how
1, 2, and 5.
is. And I guess the best part is accuracy. Like that's the other answer to your question. If we could predict, that's kind of like the photo, right? Resolution. If we're predicting things, there's going to be a full moon eventually sometime.
I would love this Mark guy to talk sometime, actually. I mean, you would think with the debate, they've got 33 minutes all going. Mark is also allowed to debate.
Fine within a day.
I don't think they get bored of doing the same thing every day all day. Do you know what I mean?
They're obsessed.
They're obsessed. It's the highlight of the day.
I literally think it's a mental problem. Yeah. It's literally it's a mental obsession. It's like their fix. You know what I mean? It's like their fix.
Yeah.
Great. But if you can actually nail down, it's going to be at this position on this time, right here on this planet, we can look at like 5:23. I can go on my phone and I can see the exact second it will be in my telescope, right? That is modern accuracy through technology. It's the same thing with this arm. This is an older arm. And it's not very accurate, but I still use it for pick and place stuff because that's fine. Who cares? If you want something that's really precise and has less issues, you go with something modern. I don't understand that argument. If you want to have something that's more detailed, why would you not use something that's more detailed?
We know you don't understand the argument. She was
no, that's very dishonest with it. Don't be.
What?
Wow.
What's dishonest? He's just literally telling you don't understand the argument because you're creating word salad based on not what an argument was about.
Yeah, he's giving an opinion based on what you're saying. How can that be? And that's just ridiculous.
I've lost plot, me. What's going on?
Remember, she asked him a question. How can you trust a technology that's only been around for a short time when the technology that's observations have been around for thousands of years have been proven to show to be accurate. Okay, so in other words, why try fix what's not broken?
Or other words, why do you need technology to tell you something that's already known?
Exactly, that's the whole point. That's the whole point they've been making this whole debate so far. The data's been there from thousands of years from observation. The data's there. Him just taking that data and sticking it in a computer program doesn't make it new, doesn't make it better than the old observations. The observations are the things that gave the data. This guy's a moron. He
Moon does
doesn't
what
understand.
it does, right? And it was predicted thousands of years ago. It's still going to do the same. It can have 1,000 sandbox programs. Moon's still going to come out when it says it's going to come out.
Exactly. It can also make things wrong.
No exceptions. Does the same. It's done the same thing since the beginning of creation.
Yep.
And then you said time then.
I mean, we got things like the Flatzoid monument. There's a piece of stone that literally sits, and it's got a window built into the side of the building. At a certain time of the year, at a certain exact time, the light shines through that hole perfectly on a spot on that stone. Okay? That is an observed thing that's been going on for a long time. That's how they were able to know where to put the stone and build the hole and everything. Because it's predicted, it's shown, it's a cycle that's been going on for years and years and years.
They're not gonna build it thinking like we'll just have a stab in dark and see if we can see it light through all.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? They knew they were gonna see it. That's why they built it.
Exactly. I mean, look,
It's
even
like that Georgia Guidestones with Polaris.
Yeah, it was the
You
same.
know what I mean, like they didn't just accidentally build Georgia Guidestones and hold on a minute, we can see Polaris through this all.
Or how about the pyramids?
They obviously made Georgia Guidestones knowing they could see Polaris through that
Exactly.
all.
Or how about the pyramids that line up perfectly with the stars?
Yeah.
How much thousands of years are those pyramids?
Exactly. What is it?
Where's your wobbling, spinning space ball?
Be
Bro,
like that. I was
every
talking to
time I speak,
Mercedes
you get
too.
triggered.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Mercedes. I'm talking to her. Don't butt in. You're interrupting me with it. Shut up.
He didn't interrupt you. He corrected you. Gave a statement. And he's part of the debate. What's its part of the debate?
Yeah, he's been rude for the sake of it.
Yeah.
He's being obnoxious. He's obtuse.
Yeah. Why is this moderator just sitting there, though? I mean, take control of the show and just say Delcos. Calm down, dude. Let Mark also maybe talk, or let Mercedes.
I'm talking to Mercedes.
Oh.
What, are you talking to a car?
Yeah, I'm talking to Mercedes because Witsit, you're a threat to me. You're just too much. I can't take it, so I have to try with Mercedes. But I don't understand because
now
Mercedes.
Drysdale back here has not even said a word.
Exactly. But I've got some word for Delcos. Mercedes is double his IQ for sure.
Oh, yeah.
She's very clever.
Vicky said it to me earlier on. She was talking about Mercedes. She really knows what she's talking about. And I said, yeah, she does.
She talks through common sense.
Exactly.
But that's what I like about her.
That's all it's about is common sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You look at it from a logical standpoint.
What's he called? Mr. Sandbox.
Oh,
Get straight on him. You know what
I think actually Mark's lost his voice, isn't he? He's like, he said he's bit at the start, and I think he thinks he's done. He's got a view at that.
Moderator's aging by the second.
Yeah. See that grey in his beard.
But I mean, usually the moderators by now would say, okay, Mark hasn't said a word. How about you let him say a word, Delcos?
Mercedes, why is it different? Because you can laugh all you want with it. I'm interested in her answer. I'm actually talking to her. I don't want you to butt in. I'm interested in her question. Oh, shish. Why do you have a thing, like a bias in your mind that says it's newer and it's existed for less time, so it automatically means it's inaccurate or it's wrong? Why are you taking the word of people that, like, I wouldn't go to a Mason.
Taking the word of people.
Because computers haven't existed for thousands of years.
Yeah. I'm sorry, based on logical reasoning, I think I would rather trust people that have been shown to be accurate for thousands of years over someone that's just come 50 years ago to tell me, listen, yeah, this is what's actually going on.
Right.
Really?
Yeah, true. Vicky,
There's no
true.
bias there.
I said that to Flats last night, but Flats says there's plenty of females in Flat Earth. They just don't like, they don't usually debate much.
Yeah, you see, the thing is, a lot of the females, they don't want to debate. I don't think it's something that, because I know a lot of females aren't really
Because there's a lot of boys who
confrontational alike.
are
Yeah.
dickheads, that's right.
Yeah, of course.
It's actually very rare to see, because there is a lot of female flat earthers out there, but they don't really concern themselves to debate. You understand? It's not really for them. I think us guys are more like, oh, me man, need debate,
Yeah,
kind of thing.
yeah, but,
I don't know.
this debating stuff's bollocks, are really.
I enjoy it. For me, it's like a hobby.
Yeah, you might enjoy it, like, but what does
There
it
is no
actually
debate.
do?
There is no debate.
What does it do, though? Debating idiots. Don't do now, does it?
But like I said, it's just for the fun, because there is no debate.
No.
Literally, what debates really do now is just to have fun and show how stupid these guys are. It's like to bring more stupid out of the woodwork. Because every time someone has a debate like this, which is not really debates, you're just showing someone that's dumber than the previous person you've just debated. That's about it.
Karen B, yeah, she's that's Globebusters, isn't it?
Karen B, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I thought so.
Dalsoft is giving out rainbow vibes. He is, actually. I think he watches Planner Walk. He's probably got a picture of Planner Walk on his TV,
Can
on
you
his
remember
wall.
when Betty debated, what's she called now? Red Rhetoric?
Oh, yeah?
That was mint.
Yeah, yeah.
That was ace, that, like.
hmm
I hope it's here.
But yeah, I'd love to have
we-
Mercedes
so,
on
like,
the show.
some women do debate, like.
hmm
You know.
No, there's definitely
I'll
women,
tell
but
you-
just much
I'll tell you
less.
something, right? If you're a Glober and a woman flat earther tears you in your arsehole, you look very silly.
Uh-huh. Well, that's exactly what she's doing to Delcos at the moment.
Absolutely.
She's hardly
Yeah.
said anything, and everything she said literally
Fun.
made this guy look like a moron, and she's hardly said
Yeah.
anything.
Yep.
She put him over his put him over her knee and scalped his ass. Exactly.
And try and carve with like a chisel. I would use a saw, right? Why would you divert to old technology? Yeah, it's existed, but who cares?
Again, more non sequiturs, more not understanding the argument. Really idiotic.
Why would you do that? Why
That
would you
wasn't her
divert away?
point, bro.
That was the
Exactly.
point.
No, there
She
wasn't.
said this would existed for thousands, and I'm not talking to you. What's it? Get out of here.
Is
The
this
whole
just a
point-
Delcos
Okay, hold on a
monologue
sec.
or a debate? Am
Yeah.
I tripping?
Well, I'm trying to get
Has
this
he
one
got
question
that?
answered
Yeah, please, Justin, do something. Do your moderating job.
from
I'm,
Mercedes.
I'm
Why
fine
is
with the fact that you two are
This
having
is
a
where
dialogue at the
MDD
moment.
goes damn pan because they just don't moderate properly.
No, they just sit there. He literally sits there looking like a zombie, not saying anything.
I don't think Ryan moderates properly. I think at one point
Ryan's is a biased moderator.
Oh, yeah, that's for
Aye.
sure.
I think
Right? How can
James,
MDD moderator go on a show after it, ballers?
I know that.
Have you
that-
guys
that-
noticed? But have you guys noticed there has never been one flat Earth moderator on MDD?
I might
No,
message him
no.
and see if I can be a moderator.
That's a good idea.
Because why is there never any flat Earth moderators on MDD?
Jason, man about if MDD, if you're listening, I'll moderate.
More than ever.
Yeah, I would moderate, but I don't think it would happen. I really don't.
Even I'd moderate. I'd actually have fun moderating, because I'd actually
Yeah.
keep them to what they're supposed to be doing, a debate.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Got to be tough love in that as well, you know. Got to be.
I think these moderators are too soft as well. They're literally just sitting there.
Despite my bias, I'd be fair. I would be fair.
Yeah, but I mean, when it comes to moderating, you're neutral. It doesn't care which position you're holding. You understand?
Well,
But I've seen this many times from the moderators on MDB that they do have a bias. They hold their bias.
Got to do.
Mm-hmm.
In all fairness, in Globe F, flat Earth debate, most moderators are going to be biased, aren't they? Because they're globers.
Oh, have you got that debate tomorrow?
Oh yeah, I actually forgot about it.
Yeah,
No, it's
'cause it was meant-
Saturday, not tomorrow. Saturday.
Oh, Saturday. Yeah. I was thinking it was Friday.
I must actually email the guy tomorrow again and say, oh, you still up for that?
Mm.
But yeah, it'll be Saturday, not tomorrow night.
What, on here or on
Yeah,
your
on my
own
channel. Yeah, on my channel.
I might you still want me to moderate.
Oh, that'll be great, yeah.
Cool.
If you're up for it.
Absolutely. Yeah, why not?
It's a 2v2 debate.
Mhm. Well, it's
So
one
Witsit
question.
what's
It's a
that?
single. I'm trying to get her to answer one question. Witsit keeps jumping in to answer. I'm trying to ask her single question. I'm trying to answer her.
She has answered you, Delcos. Which is just literally telling you to stay on course because
She's only said a few words.
Yeah.
Shut up, Witcher. Scratch your eyes out.
Question. Mercedes.
It's where you
Why-
monologue again.
Oh my God, Witsit, stop jumping in. Mercedes, why do you have a bias towards older technology or older techniques when newer but less available or less, they've been around less? Why are those inferior to you?
So it's not necessarily a bias. It's more that when something has been tested and proved for a long amount of time, we find that to be generally more logical and more reliable than something that's only been used for a short amount of time, and them telling us that that has to be accurate and that has to be true just because it's new technology.
Mm-hmm.
I get
And to
that.
clarify, she made the point that if these cycles are way longer
If
than
she wanted
how
to
long we
clarify,
ca-
she
Yeah, Delcos, shut the hell up. Every time Witsit opens his mouth, Delcos overtalks him.
Yeah.
would make the point.
Bro,
If she was
please
unclear,
stop
she would
interrupting
clarify.
me, dude.
You were interrupting. Were you Mercedes?
How is he interrupting? He's making a statement. You both stop talking. Mercedes stopped talking. Witsit's giving the statement so you would understand what it is, and you're interrupting him.
She's killed it.
She's killed him, exactly. She literally destroyed him with those few words. That's why I said she's very intelligent, because she doesn't have to say much, literally, to make this guy look like an idiot.
We're trying to have a single question with it. You don't need to clarify for her. If she needs to clarify, she will speak up as an adult and say,
He's
clarify.
deflecting and blaming Witsit to not address her. Like,
Exactly.
That's what he's doing.
No, he wanted to add on to the back of her answer. I think he was justified to do
Look
so.
at
It's a
Witsit.
2v2
I don't
The moderator's actually sticking up for it. It's good. Thank you. It's good, Justin. Good job.
Witsit's like, I'll just sit back and let Mercedes do it.
Yeah, she's doing a good job. Yeah, it saves my job getting far, you know what I mean?
Frankly, I think Mercedes will anyway be able to take these two on like their cake. So
Oh, you should debate with her, Flatzoid.
I would love that. Even with Witsit, I'd love to debate with Witsit as well.
honestly don't mind him doing that. Like,
All right, I
if
just wanted
Austin
to
wants
get your
add
answers
my
to this.
thoughts. That's
Sorry? Say
I got
something.
Say out.
Nobody
I
spoke.
didn't say out.
Oh, okay.
totally that's
I
fine.
understand.
with me.
Yeah, because what he's gonna he's talking so long, you're gonna lose the good points you made. And she made the point that the cycles are really long. Some of these cycles take a long time, much longer than these computer programs have even existed. So if you're gonna claim like outright supremacy of the model, you couldn't have even tested it yet because, for example, Halley's Comets every 72 years or whatever, you can't even see half of the predictions that it's making. Some of these made predictions for literally thousands of years. They have way more reliability over a longer duration of time. Now, you can then, of course, affirm the consequent, beg the question, and reify again, and then assume it would be perfect forever, but that's irrelevant. So, and it's not even perfect. So now we get back to the point, though, which is that a model is just that. It's just a concept. It isn't reality. If you take a concept and then you add concreteness to it as if it's real, it's called a reification fallacy. It is inadmissible in intellectual forum.
I'll be poor. Yorkshire tea is not tea, it's piss water.
Just a little correction, and just to be pedantic to Witsit that I know he didn't say new probably said 72 years. I think it's 75 to 79 or something, 70 in something along that. I think it's a bit more than 72, 75 to 70, something like that.
It's still longer than computers been around though. So
Oh, definitely. I was just being pedantic, because he's usually pedantic, so why not?
It is irrelevant. Okay. It isn't proof of anything. I just explained this to you that you're affirming the consequent, begging the question, and reifying a model, which is a concept, and you keep skating past it and talking about the model again. So can we move on to something that actually is evidence? Do you have any evidence?
What would you accept? What would you accept as evidence right now? What could
Well,
I
I would-
present to you?
I would accept something as a valid argument if it wasn't built upon logically fallacious reasoning, just like I explained.
What do you mean? So, like,
What do you
are
mean?
you
Oh,
asking for
really?
literally?
What do you mean?
Literally, if it's not based on logical,
Wow.
fallacious reasoning, what do you
What do you
mean?
mean?
He literally just told him.
Wow.
I'm sorry, I don't know. Did this guy finish school?
I think he's still at school at the minute. He's there right now.
Yeah, but did he even get to high school?
No, he's still in junior school.
Yeah, that's
Really?
it.
Or is the curriculum so bad these days that you literally don't even need to answer any question or even understand what's being put forward?
It's still in part of school where you're playing sandpit.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's really, as the education system becomes so bad
Inane.
that you
Inane.
don't even need to understand what the argument presented is and think you're winning.
Really, like, logical chain of thought
Something
arguments.
that's logically valid.
Okay, so let's see. A few years ago, ham radios, SSTV signal from space station, where think space station is, got transmission from space station, filmed with crappy quarter, aka station exists, correct? I made a prediction.
No.
Again with prediction. What is it with this predicting bollocks?
He just doesn't get it.
Logically, if
I
I got
a
a
radio, right, and I pick up a radio signal from studio where ISS happens, and guess what? I predict
mean-
globe Earth.
I'm sorry, last time I checked, ham radio signals can get passed through relay stations, correct?
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Huh.
How does an ham radio predict?
I mean, you got a certain radio frequency that is passing through a relay station. They are able to then communicate with you. Now, that person communicating with you doesn't necessarily mean they're in the place they're claiming to be. Let's put this in context. It's easy for these people to understand. When you talk sometimes to people on the internet, okay, how do you know they are actually a male or female when they talk to you? How do you know who they are? They're not some fat old bloke down in a basement sitting there acting like some hot 22-year-old girl or something.
So,
You understand?
mm-hmm.
People get catfished all the time. Just like you guys were catfished with the ISS.
Well,
I've often wondered whether PJ's a girl.
Yeah, exactly. That's why when he met me, you know what I mean? He was kind of, he was a bit dubious about it. He's like,
I
It's
spend a lot of
Noodlehead.
time talking to PJ, like, and he's got a gruff voice, like, but because model predicts he's a girl, like, he's a girl.
Yeah.
No, but you saw PJ has noodle head, so
high cheekbones. We've got really high cheekbones. Yeah. Kind of, I mean,
but you see the point, yeah. It's like I have a ham radio signal and I talk to people who claim they are in falling tin can. So therefore they are in falling tin can. No, they're not. They can't be in a place that violates natural law. They're just sitting in a studio somewhere because they work on a specific frequency which goes through a relay station. That's it.
Yeah.
This guy's very
Yeah.
naive. He's very gullible.
a transmission from a thing, that thing is probably. I would hope that it's there. I don't think ghosts are sending me messages, right?
Oh,
There's a thing in the
you can
sky.
see the
Are you
ISS.
going to tell me that spirits are? Well, I don't
You
care about
can-
seeing it with it. I care about.
well, we know it's
Yes, fooled, catfished, fooled.
there.
You're
We can
moving away
see
from my
it.
point again. I'm not talking about seeing it. I'm talking about how did I get it, and how do people across the world get it at an expected time when they should get it, right? This
Why-
isn't,
why would
I'm
they
not
not?
just sitting here.
Why would they
Why
not?
would they not? Well, what is it? Is it a ghost?
Oh,
is it like
so
a
now I'm
turtle?
gonna know. Wait,
Yes,
wait.
if it's at a known height, at a known distance, at a known speed, at a known
You can't
location, at a
debate,
known
bro.
size, then how is it?
No, that is fallacious.
Mm-hmm.
No way. No known speed, no known height, no nothing.
This is insane. But I love how he's trying to reverse the burden onto Witsit. It's like, oh, you tell me what it is. You know what I mean? But Witsit was asking for that, though, when he says you can see it. You shouldn't have gone there. You should have just kept on the ham radio.
Well, you can't argue against the question, Witsit.
Because you
try
can't
to
let me.
divert onto, oh, we can see it. I know we can see it. Don't divert. I'm talking about SSTV.
We'll try to follow my point.
getting a little
which
red
is
and stuttery with it.
You were implying
Whereas
a straw.
I was.
You were
Yes.
implying a straw man that we were actually denying that the ISS.
What the hell is wrong with this guy? He's creepy now, too.
It looks yellow to me.
He's an Oompa Loompa.
Witsit looks pink and he looks yellow.
Yeah. I just don't know when the moderator's going to one day let Mark talk. I mean, take control of the situation, Justin, and say, listen here, Mark hasn't said one word in this debate so far, other than his opening presentation. Why don't we let Mercedes and Mark talk a bit?
That's all he has done. He's doing presentation. He stopped for a while, but then he started moving again. I don't know if he's moving again or stopped, but he did move.
Does exist. I'm making a point that no one denied that it exists. You can literally see it. You can track it. We've done it. I've done it. You can see it with transits. You can video it. We've done it. We know.
Why does he keep talking over Witsit while he's talking? And he's whispering. Like he's trying to be seductive or something. What the hell's up with him?
Is that why Witsit's pink? He can speak the thing.
I don't like this wee business. So I bet Witsit's never filmed ISS. I bet he's never watched it with a telescope.
Oh, well, but remember, Jeranism.
I don't like that we though. Like you sound like a glober.
Yeah, kind of clumping everybody together.
We've watched it. We've filmed it. We've seen it with his own eyes. Nah, I bet you haven't, mate.
Know that you can do that, and we know that it's accurately where it's supposed to be. You're claiming exclusivity assumptively because that's how you debate. You assume exclusivity, and then you imply to strawman that we're denying it. Now, I then asked you realize you were actually behind that whole thing. So now that I've explained it to you, do you understand that I'm now asking you to actually support your presupposition of
Jaundice.
exclusivity? Why wouldn't that work on a flat Earth?
Why wouldn't a space station that we model based on a sphere work on a flat Earth? I mean, if I have to explain that to you, I can't help you with it. That's like a kindergarten concept. I'm sorry.
What? He asked you a very straightforward question. If there's something flying up there, why does it necessarily have to be globe-based? Very simple question.
Yep.
It's going to be good.
It will be good. It's very funny. I'm having a great time.
Yeah, so you can what we do when we with the ISS or any satellites, we actually map them out as actual you're going to interrupt with actual ellipses and actual circular paths. Now, according to your model now, the satellites are actually not going in actual circular paths. They're not turning. They're free falling in a geodesic linear path of the curvature of spacetime. Yet when we actually engineer them in our calculations, have to assume for an actual curved path, specifically an ellipse. Where would you get an ellipse? Over a plane Earth. So of course we use an ECF, an Earth-centered Earth-fixed system, right? Which half of them have
a model.
Yeah, they're just talking about these models, but there's no models
Model
presented.
this, model that.
Mm-hmm.
Lot of rubbish.
Yeah, I think it's descended into just models instead of just
arguing about a model that nobody's shown.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I thought this was supposed to be about globe versus flat, but all they're doing this whole debate is trying to get Delcos to understand that a model is just a reification fallacy. I mean, it's taken what, half an hour just to say, dude, models aren't reality. That's it.
I'm gonna say it again. It's making my whiskers grey.
One of these days, I'm going to be forced to wear my cap 24/7 because my hair's falling out so much.
Yeah.
Have to also use the ECI, Earth-centered inertial system, which has the seasons happen twice a day, which is hilarious.
Twice a day.
And it accounts for a change in velocity relative to the center of ECI, which your model claims that there is no change in velocity because it's a free-falling linear path. So the point is that you actually have to account for there being a geocentric physics. Now, when it comes to the plane aspect, that is simply a globe-Earth transform.
Look at Mercedes' face. She's literally looking very unimpressed by this whole thing. She really looks... I don't know if you can read body language. It's almost like she's thinking, what's up with these people are pathetic.
Because she needs to be debating with people who've got some common sense.
Yeah, but it's literally...
Witsit is as bad as this other guy.
Yeah, but Witsit's
There's no
descending
difference between
into... Yeah, but Witsit's descending into the same thing now as Delcos.
He's buying what this guy's
Yeah.
selling. That's what he's doing.
Yeah.
and
I
he's
mean,
buying into it.
this is when Witsit should maybe just take a step back and say, okay, yeah, you've kind of roped me along just to, you know, argue about nonsense. Let's get back to the actual debate. Because the moderator's not doing his job to get it back onto track on the actual debate.
Moderator looks like he's been slapped with a kipper.
Yeah. Because she's literally sitting here looking very unimpressed by this whole thing. It's like, what the hell am I doing here? And this guy just looks very confused. Mark just looks very confused. It's like he can't understand, did I stop here or didn't I stop here? Should I carry on driving? Because he keeps stopping. And then he drives again, then he stops. And he looks confused every time he stops. It's like he forgot that he stopped. I don't know. It's like, is he forgetting he's on a debate?
You just take the plane and transfer.
I mean, just observe him a bit while they're talking. Just observe how confused the guy looks every time he stops.
As somebody who works with meshes and modeling, pretty much, if you've done any kind of mesh repair, have you ever done any kind of watertight meshing at all? Nothing.
Why are you diverting away your
Excellent.
credentials?
You cannot take a flat thing and say, okay. So if you look at a texture in a video game of like a sphere, like 343 Guilty Spark or something.
Yeah, because of the nodes. Meshing again has absolutely sweet bugger all to do with the argument presented. Damn.
When you unstretch the texture, it doesn't look like a texture. It looks very weird because to stretch a shape over a sphere correctly, you will have gaps. I could show you, I guess. I could screen share. You will have gaps and you will have weird little artifacts because it doesn't work because it's a different.
Yeah, because the geometry, mate. Nodes. You know how nodes work? But that's got absolutely sweet bugger all to do with what the argument is still. Congratulations, you learned the word mesh on YouTube. So now you know how to actually develop games, apparently. Well done.
Shape. I don't understand how you can't... If I have a circular shape and I have a flat shape and I'm trying to use the shape...
Sorry, flat shape? Didn't you learn this in geometry? Flat's not a shape.
No. He don't know what a shape is.
Flat is not a shape, guys. Flat is not a shape. Literally, Delcos, did you finish primary school? No, let's place it. Did you learn how to spell your own name? Go on.
So what's he on about? Like,
The guy's an idiot. He doesn't even know what the arguments are about. He keeps on wanting to push meshing in with sandbox and things. That's absolutely got sweet bugger all to do with the actual argument. The guy's a total moron.
he's a pleb mate. That's all. End of the day, he's just stupid.
Raji Gaji.
For whatever purpose, there is a physical difference between those two shapes. What's it?
There's a gadget.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a proper gadget.
I don't understand how else to explain it to you.
Devin, there is a sphere in our model too, in a way, because we believe that there's a firmament, a solid firmament that is in a dome shape, a spherical.
Sorry.
Mercedes talking.
Oh, I thought you guys were saying something in background. But you see, every time he interrupts, when someone else talks, it sounds like you guys are talking.
It might be Beth playing music in background. Sorry. I'll go mute.
Okay.
I think the better you're getting, the better your hearing's getting, dude.
Hey, Joan Edwards, good to see you, man.
He's a proper gadget, isn't he, PJ?
Gadget.
Jono says only 11 likes, guys, and 50 guests watching. What's going on?
Come on.
I'm sure the rest of you guys can hit the likes.
Hey, let me say something, right? Jono is ace, mate.
Jono
Jono's
is
cool.
ace. I agree.
Jono is ace.
Guys,
You're
please
right,
hit
I
the
agree
likes
with
if you haven't already. I mean,
No,
does
there's
it?
more than that. There's I'll tell you what there is.
Yeah.
He needs to refresh.
Yeah.
There's a bit more than that, but you still need to hit the legs. There's 28.
28?
Yeah,
Still not
28.
enough. What's going on?
Come on, smash the likes. Like all you like.
47
Doesn't
watching,
quite-
and
Smash them likes, you gadget.
only 28 likes, as you said. What's going on, guys? So that means, almost, at least 10 of you can hit this like still.
Mm.
I mean, is it so hard just to go like this? Check that. Boop. Obviously, I'm not signed in here, but you just go boop, and then it's done. You see? Very easy.
That's it.
Thanks,
Exactly.
guys. Thank you for the people that did hit the likes, and thank you for coming.
I bet if you offered a $5 for each like, you'd get billions.
Half sphere, so a hemisphere
Right.
shape.
Dude, satellites
Even if you
debunked their
But
model.
the problem is, even if you were on a half sphere, if the people on, in Japan and person in California,
Stop a minute. Stop. How does satellites debunk their model?
I don't know. Witsit must tell us that.
What on earth was that?
I don't know.
Satellites debunk your model? No. Satellites is their model.
So I don't know. We'll see how Witsit.
I'm
Promise
sick
it.
of all this model talk. Stupid.
But you see, this is the thing that
You
I'll say
fu-
about Witsit.
right.
But you see, like,
Witsit's fell for model talk.
yeah, but you see what?
Mercedes, I'm sorry, like you tried to stand up for it, but you were Witsit who was falling for model talk.
Yeah.
This pillock here with his duct tape on his microphone is model afflicted.
Yeah.
And-
Very,
God knows what's happening with. Who's this guy here?
he just wandered on in and started talking.
Who's this guy?
But you
What are you
understand?
doing? You're supposed to be moderating, mate. Look at you. Like you just, your eyes are white.
Yeah,
What's
it's looking
wrong
like
here?
he just started tripping. He just dropped
And-
acid about 5
And
minutes.
this
ago. He
pillock
started-
in corner has been in a taxi for all sure.
But you understand what I'm saying? This is the only thing I don't understand with Witsit, though. He loves giving the Globers a line. You know, he loves giving them a hook to be able to. I don't know. Let's put it this way: he loves going to Narnia.
Yeah.
He gives them a line in Narnia to be able
Yeah,
to attack.
They don't call him Prince Caspian for now.
But yeah, unfortunately, this debate has gone a bit.
This
haywire.
debate is the worst debate I've ever watched in my life.
Shot, thanks,
is.
Jonah. I appreciate it, man. And Gleam says satellites do not work with Lorentz contraction. That's
I
interesting.
can't wait. I can't wait to hear Mark.
Satellites cannot exist.
They claim to be in a place that violates the second law of thermodynamics.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Can't
things
exist.
that moons, not satellites.
They're either balloons in our atmosphere or a lot of bollocks in a natural law
Violation, yeah,
violation.
exactly.
or tracking the ISS.
Wait, let's help Mark out. Mark's trying to jump
Oh,
in,
is
but you're
Mark going?
breaking up.
I think
Mark,
the
you good?
supernatural. I mean,
Sorry,
I think the supernatural. Like,
could be.
I think ISS and satellites are supernatural. I don't know, call them entities or whatever you want, like, but I don't think that they're
You know-
balloons.
You know what I'd laugh though? You know when they make the ISS so-called out of commission, and it's supposed to crash, and you'll probably get someone still being able to observe it, even though it's gone out of commission and crashed.
Well, it's supposed to be getting an add-on or something. It's getting a
No.
new piece added to it.
Yeah, but I think it's
Oh.
only in commission to 2030, and so 6 more years, and then it's gonna, burn up in the atmosphere apparently.
I'll tell you something, it's been up there 50 years or something, like, I don't know how.
But
Yeah.
but you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be
If
funny
you've
when
got
people.
a leak, if you've got a leak, you got a leak.
Yeah, but you know it's gonna be funny when the people still able to observe it, even though it's supposed to be gone.
I know.
I mean, there's
Why
still
don't
no
they-
footage of it ever being built.
Exactly.
It was just there.
I think that is why it's there, because there's light in the sky. Everybody can see it.
It was just there.
Right.
I think it is a cover story. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's satellite side as well. Like,
Yeah,
some
I
freaky
agree.
stuff goes off in the sky.
Oh, I definitely.
And how much?
Absolutely.
And I still believe there's a lot of technology out there that's held from the public that they don't want us to know about.
But like satellites don't do 90-degree turns.
No.
But I've seen them do it.
Mm-hmm. Movers.
Movers, yeah.
Movers.
Movers.
Trying to jump
Movers.
in, but his connection is. We're losing his connection.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Movers.
Mark, are you? Oh, he's.
All right,
Yes,
let's
sir.
let him. Oh,
Mark,
Go ahead,
you're
sir.
breaking
Are
up,
you there?
brother.
Are we
Breaking
good?
up.
Oh, Mark.
How about now?
You're better.
You
There we
sound
go.
good now. You're good.
Yeah, Mark's
Okay,
still
so we're dome Earth here. Is this biblical talk? Because that's what it's starting to sound like. That these flat earthers are just
Whoa.
denying
Who's
everything. They're
mentioned
denying
biblical
gravity. They're
talking. What the hell? So that's the first thing he comes in with. So now we're talking. She just said.
Nobody's mentioned like a dome arrow, have they?
No,
No.
Mercedes, all she did was
Wow.
the modeling that you said a sphere, even if you look at it this way, because we believe there's a dome, which makes hemisphere, like the firmament. Shouldn't say the word Bible.
Wow.
And now he says they're denying gravity, denying this. What the hell, Mark?
You've come in about 40 minutes too late, and you've fucking got your own feet in your mouth.
I thought Delcos was... Oh, man.
Wow.
This is going to be painful.
I'm in agony, me, mate. It's making me want to swear.
Wow, okay. If this is what the globe has to
Okay.
offer, there's no hope for humanity. I literally look at these two and I think of Idiocracy.
Yeah.
That's
I actually hear Mark.
Listen, if they're out for humanity, Jesus won't be coming back. You know, like, the reason Jesus comes back is because there's no hope.
But think about it. When I look at these two idiots,
There's no, like, people seem to think that we can wake everybody up to flat Earth. No, that's not
No.
going to happen, mate.
not going to happen.
Stupid.
But you understand what I'm saying? When I look at these two, all I think of it is Idiocracy. The movie Idiocracy, where the people become dumber and dumber and dumber. That's what I see when I see these two. They literally think they are smart. But they're so dumb, they're literally human potatoes.
by
Human
denying a spherical Earth. They're denying
It
that
wasn't-
the no.
So,
let-
Mark,
let me
just
go
so you
here.
know-
No,
just so you know,
you're
it
denying
wasn't-
that the sun is where the sun is. Is
What?
is that what we're talking?
No,
This
no-
wasn't even
none of
spoken
that's been
about.
brought up.
No. None of that was even spoken
Wow.
about.
Yeah, it's.
I literally Tweedledum and Tweedledummer, exactly, David.
He's been detached from debate that long, and then he just pops in and comes out with loads of bullshit.
But I mean, yeah, we're obviously going to deny bullshit. I'm going to deny the sphere because it doesn't exist. That's the whole reason for the debate,
No.
dude.
I'm gonna deny Kraft going to the sun.
Yeah. What?
That is stupid business.
It is stupid.
What?
You heard it on the part one where they're like, "Oh, we have had proofs that went to the sun."
What?
Really?
Made out of what?
ridiculous.
Made out of what? Robocop's underpants.
No. They landed on the sun at nighttime.
I think it's a mix of vibranium and adamantium. You know what I mean? And unobtainium as well.
Man, these people are stupid.
Unobtainium, that's about Beston. Never been there, obtainium.
Wow.
Talking about here?
It wasn't just biblical. All people throughout all civilizations depicted a solid actual dome above the earth. It didn't originate from Christianity.
She didn't say anything about a Bible, but you realize, ironically, that you did try to kind of poison the well again. But what you also did was start.
Witsit, why are you
jump
over
in
talking Witsit? Why is he over talking
I want
Mercedes?
to jump in here, right? You
Yeah.
need the container, Yeah, you need a container to breathe. God
Mhm.
is sovereign, and there is a dome, mate.
Amen.
There is.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have
Whether
to.
you, want,
But
whether you believe it or you deny it, you
Yeah.
breathe. There is a firmament.
uh huh. It's
Yeah,
like
believe it
saying
or
it's
not.
like saying you don't need lungs to breathe as a human.
You can't
That's how
stop
stupid the argument is when they say gravity is the container.
Yeah, I know.
the truth, whether you believe it or not, is the truth. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It doesn't matter whether or not the truth is never going to stop being the truth because
Yeah.
you don't believe it.
One thing I have to
Yeah,
say, yeah, Witsit. Why did Witsit stop Mercedes from talking and started going over talking? He should have actually just let her, carry on because she was actually leading quite a good conversation there.
Yeah, she's killed this debate.
Yeah, but Witsit,
Just killed it.
literally, she was still busy making her statement and he overtalked her.
Start saying they're denying. So you actually came from a place as if it's a religion. Are they denying what the earth is? Are they denying? You're like, do they not believe in gravity? They're denying it. That's
point,
what a
though.
religion is. Yes, we are denying your
Well,
belief
then let's
system.
talk about gravity for a little bit. What are holding the gases to the Earth? Why do we see a gradient of?
Ooh, gas pressure
Oh,
containment.
you-
He really wants to go there.
You've
Wow.
shit it, mate. If you're going to talk about gas,
Okay, let's quickly break it down. He comes in,
clouds.
literally talking about stuff they've never spoken about. Okay, and now he wants to talk about gravity, and he brings up gas pressure. Wow, guys, he just handed you this debate on a silver platter, literally,
That's it.
literally at the.
Yeah, but will they accept it on a platter?
That's what I'm saying. He literally just gave it on a silver platter. Come on, Witsit.
See what he says. Go on.
Gas density right up. Well, why do we have a gradient if there's no gravity? Why, like I said, when you take into account exactly what we'd expect from a globe Earth, if we work out exactly what we're told that its diameter is, that the centrifugal force has exactly the effect that we would expect.
What is that got to do
What
with
is
what
he
you
on
spoke?
about?
What the hell? He's talking about gas pressure gradients now, and now he's talking about centrifugal force.
And then goes on to diameter.
I am out of there. Yeah. What the hell?
First of all, okay.
Because it's centrifugal diameter Earth,
Yeah.
you're not breathing gas.
Okay, first of
What a
all,
moron.
Black Swan debunked the diameter of Earth, okay? So there, it's already over. Second of all, there is no centrifugal or centripetal force of the Earth because you cannot pick up the rotation. There is no rotation. It's a stationary Earth, okay? Even your globe rhetoric priests, like Einstein, says no optical demonstration on Earth will ever be able to pick this up. There is no observation of a spinning Earth. There is no centrifugal force. Now back to the gas pressure without container. Pressure gradients shouldn't be pushed onto them for burden of proof, reversal. It should be on you, since you are the one claiming gas pressure without containment. Pressure gradients comes after gas pressure, which comes after containment. Now let's just hope Witsit is going to be able to
It's not
defend
gonna.
it. Or Mercedes.
I'll put money on it, don't.
Yeah, I don't know. This is your chance, Witsit. Come on. They've literally given it to you on a silver platter.
Expected to have against gravity, where you're approximately 1% lighter at the equator. Just explain that.
Why are you
Just
scattergunning?
explain
Which one of the questions you want me to answer? The gas
Both.
gradient?
You've done it. You've
or
done
the
a
other
lot of
one?
talking. You've done a lot of talking. So I'll give you time to answer both. What holds your gas in place with a flat Earth with no edges? What's holding the gas in place?
Only person I've heard talking all night is this clown with
Delcos.
duct tape on his microphone
Yeah.
That's it.
in his sandbox.
We've
But-
done a
but-
lot of
but,
talking.
did you just hear
Not
what-
tonight yet.
But did you just hear what Mark said? I want you to explain to us why we have gas pressure gradients without containment. Witsit is saying there is containment to Mark, idiot. You're the one saying there's no containment. You're the one that's supposed to explain how we have gas to breathe in the first place, to have this pressure gradient.
The guy's demanding. He
Well,
hasn't
let's
got
see what
anything to do with
let's
it.
see what Witsit said. Go on.
Wow.
Why do we have a gradient of gas where we can see that as we go up, it becomes less and less dense? And
Wait, Mark,
why
you don't even know our,
No,
you don't
I'm
know our
asking your
model,
third.
buddy.
I'm
We have
asking
it.
my third question. I'm asking.
Mercedes is literally asking you.
His third question.
Yeah.
How many questions do you want to ask you, Peck?
You
Guy's
ask
a
one
dog,
question, you get a rebuttal to that question. Once
He's
it's
a
sorted,
dog's
you
head,
move into
man.
the next one. Yeah. He's literally scattergunning here, guys.
Asking my third question, then you can answer. Why do we make a prediction that if the Earth is an exact diameter, that we would
Here we go.
expect
Prediction
due
again.
to the
Winds me up.
Yeah, the
It
word
really
prediction
winds
is
me up.
evil.
It winds me up.
I mean, soothsayers make predictions.
Soothsayers.
Yeah. I mean, psychics make predictions. I mean, every person that does gambling, I know, with sports betting, makes predictions. No, what the hell? Does that make it real? No.
What's he called now? Terry Grant. He makes predictions as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Stupid. There's really stupid arguments.
spin of the globe, we would expect something at the equator to be an amount lighter, and 1% is not a small amount. Take 100 pounds of gold, weigh it at the poles, weigh it at the equator, it's 1% lighter. Obviously, this is something that we take.
Have you done this yourself, Mark?
Yeah.
I doubt it. Because it doesn't exist.
Start buying gold, mate, and you'll make yourself a fucking
Exactly.
fortune.
Aye.
Guys,
Take it down.
you know what you should do? You should come to
Buy-
You should guys could go to
Yeah.
Ecuador or something, buy yourself some gold, and then take it home, and you'll be rich. Because it's gonna be
Absolutely.
heavier. That is total utter bullshit, Mark.
That's bollocks, man.
The only people that push this nonsense are YouTubers. Anti-flat
Globbers.
earth YouTubers, exactly. I can literally, like I said last night, I can take my scale and move it 10 centimeters away from it, and it will change the value.
True.
Yep.
It's got absolutely sweet bugger all to do with your fantasy belief. Just because you don't understand how the mechanics of a load cell works doesn't make a globe. It just makes you stupid. It makes you ignorant and gullible.
Tell him, man. Tell him.
Fully gullible.
Tell him the prick.
People are morons.
Fully.
Take into account when we're measuring out stuff that's very expensive. Why would we make that prediction? And there it is. The exact amount that we would expect if the globe is spinning based on everything that we do. There's a model. Explain why.
Why are you talking about spinning? He was supposed to talk about gas pressure gradients. Come on.
Right, I'm sick of it. That word is killing me, prediction. It's killing me. It is proper killing me.
Well, if I had a deck with me, Stream Deck, that, like, meh, every time he said prediction, I would do it for you, man.
Why we can measure this, and you can look it up anywhere. When we're selling things by weights and measures, we take into account the centrifugal force
No, you don't.
of the globe.
No, you don't.
What
That
about
is
the
utter
bollocks?
bullshit. No, you
So
do not.
When I go to a gold shop down High Street, he's taking the globe into consideration.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
utter
bollocks,
bullshit. Let's say you go and calibrate a scale. You got your 5 kilogram weight. That 5 kilogram weight stays 5 kilograms.
Yep.
You use that 5 kilogram weight literally to tear and calibrate the scale.
You know your scales, Flatzoid, like they can literally register one little drip from paint, can't they?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Sensitive.
This guy don't know what he's talking about.
I mean, a bit of temperature change can change how much it's reading.
Spinning. So you got 3 questions you can answer. We don't need to go off and talk about all these fallacies and, oh, you claim this, so you're calling me a liar, and you're this and you're that. I'm asking you simple questions. What's holding the gas in place, and why gravity makes so many predictions that come true.
Okay. So
What's
you keep
holding
calling things.
What's holding gas in place, mate? What's holding it in place?
It just sounds like a sheep. It doesn't even. It does sound like a sheep.
Wow, I think Mark should just shut up the rest of the debate. That was bad.
Yeah, he was already shut up. I don't know why he started talking. He can't even find his way. He can't even find his way home, let alone make all these predictions.
He still looks confused every time he stops his car, though.
That's jeez.
But damn, how far does he stay?
You know, he said yesterday. He said, "I'll be home in 5 minutes." Didn't he, or something like that?
And it's been what? Since then, it's been over half an hour,
Yeah.
and he's still driving.
He forgot the Ben and Jerry's. He's gone back out.
He's driving through parallel universes, guys.
Yeah.
Predictions, but they're not predictions. They're post-dictions. We see things and you guys engineered a model to explain it. For example, you said, why does the gradient happen? As if to imply that if there is a gradient, therefore gravity is true. So what you're saying is, if my theory of gravity is true, then the thing that I observed that helped me create the...
You totally
It's begging question. Just say that. Don't go through all that bollocks.
Yeah, why do you have to fight pressure gradients, Witsit? You're supposed to say, you making a claim of pressure gradients without containment. You making a claim there is no containment to have gas, to have pressure gradients. So the burden is on you. That's all you have to say, Witsit. Not try and justify why we see pressure gradients in a container.
Not tell him why it is begging the question. Just say,
flip.
You're begging the question, mate.
Yeah, you're reversing the burden. It's as simple as that. So, Witsit, you literally lost the plot here. You let the ball fall. You had to just tell him, why are you reversing the burden onto me? Demonstrate gas pressure out containment. That's all you have to do.
Yep. I agree.
The theory is observed, therefore what I say is true. It's called affirming the consequent, bro. If P, then Q, P, therefore Q, right? It's literally affirming the consequent.
Stop it a minute. Stop it. Right, this clown don't know what a fallacy is.
No, he doesn't.
So
It doesn't
Witsit,
know.
right? You're talking to a brick wall.
He thinks
You are talking to a brick wall, mate.
Yeah, I don't think they know what fallacies are exactly, because every time he says it, they get some glazed look in their eyes.
Witsit's literally, right, Witsit, you might as well walk to this wall, headbutt it.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing.
He thinks a fallacy is the thing he goes to the
But
toilet
look,
with.
it also doesn't help with everybody. I understand Witsit's argument is always to turn out to show the fallacies of the people. But when you get such dumb people that don't even know what a fallacy is, it doesn't help to argue fallacies. No. Just keep the guy to, you made a claim, don't put it onto me, back it up. That's it. That's it. Nothing further. And this whole argument would be over. I guess that's why MDD's too scared to have me on to debate flat earth and stuff. Because I literally keep them to the argument.
Yeah, they don't like it.
They don't like it. People are scared to debate me on MDD, guys.
Fundamentally fallacious.
I won't debate on this if I were you, like.
I don't mind. Like I said, I enjoy it. It's fun. But
I mean, look at this, right? See this guy here in bottom corner. That's your moderator.
He looks like he's counting his toes or something.
Yeah, it looks like he's counting how many toes he ain't got.
It's like, this is boring.
It's like, that is your moderator, like. I mean, come on. James Coates the other night when I was watching him, we're trying to hide that he got a pair of red shorts on, and then
it was already shown.
Got red shorts on.
Yeah, it was already shown.
James, you look like Alex Stein. And a pair of buckers.
So he's an Alex Stein fan.
Yeah.
Hey, into the break, mate.
Steve jacket and it's just ridiculous, isn't it? Steve jacket and a pair of boxers. Silky ones as well.
Yeah. Just this, Lord. Okay, yeah. Oh, okay. Let's carry on.
Just
Yeah, because I think another 20 minutes, is that fine, guys?
That's cool.
Because yeah, I do need to. Sleep is very important when doing exercise. I need some sleep.
And I
What
wanted
you
to
do in
point
the
out to
morning? Sit-ups.
No, whole exercise things. I'm awake at 4:30 every morning. So I need to do my exercises.
I don't know how you get up that early, mate.
It's easy. You
This
wake
is
up when
easy.
you're busy exercising. You're on autopilot
It's
until you
easy,
start
yeah, yeah.
exercising.
the audience that you guys can't make an argument void of that. Now, yes, I can happily explain that you can't even have gas pressure without containment.
There we go.
I can replicate what we see on the Earth, unlike your model, because I can take a container of gas. I can constantly introduce gas at the surface level, and you will have a gradient of gas. What happens on the Earth? There's a gas cycle, and gas comes from underneath the Earth. And the prominent sources of gas are animal and plant life that are on the surface. It constantly cycles. It expected to have a more dense gas at the bottom, and we have a vertical electric gradient.
Oh, no, Witsit. You were doing so well. You should have just ended there.
Fucks you up every time.
You should have just
Every
ended there,
time.
yeah. You should just ended there and say, now, since we can demonstrate it, where's your demonstration? Now he wants to push his flippant dielectric acceleration nonsense in again.
Let's listen to how this guy responds.
Gradient that you guys walked
No,
past
just
in
how
my
he
opener.
respond- Let's see how he responds to it. Sit there.
That you'll never be able to rebut. So that along with temperature is why we have a gradient. But you cannot replicate a gas pressure gradient without a container, which we have in our position. So delta X is change in gas pressure. You need to explain how you have the X in the first place. So ironically, this has backfired, and we're the only ones that can actually even demonstrate or replicate the physical possibility.
That I can keep with Witsit, just not your...
Yeah, I could stay with that. Go on.
Yeah. Just
I want to know what this guy says though, like in
Yeah.
response.
I can keep with that Witsit, okay.
Your viability of having a gas pressure gradient.
So you're
Not to
saying there's no
mention
gas
we-
pressure gradient. So if you go to the
What? So you're saying there's no gas pressure gradient? He literally explained to you, verbatim, why there is a pressure gradient.
So this guy's a liar.
Right.
This guy's a liar. Full stop.
Right.
I mean, how, in your bloody hell, if someone literally explains verbatim how you have pressure gradients, you then go statement, so you say there's no pressure gradients. What the bloody hell?
top of Mount Everest, we can breathe exactly the same as we do at sea level. Is that what you're saying?
What a
That's
straw
right.
man fallacy,
No.
bro.
That's not even a straw man fallacy, Witsit.
That's just bollocks.
It's just nonsense. It's literally ignoring what you just said. There's no straw man there.
He don't understand what Witz is saying.
What?
That is
the-
why he said that.
Yeah.
Obviously, you go Everest, you're not going to be able to breathe.
Why do you
Fucking
think
hell,
they need
get up there.
containers to go up to Mount Everest? Why do you think they take air containers, Mark? It's a bit difficult to hold those gas in those containers, Mark, if there was no container. Why would that happen, Mark? And Mark's an engineer. What?
Mark.
No.
Mark can't engineer
no.
himself out at back at car.
No. The guy thinks 5 minutes home is 40-minute drive. Hey, Spherical Cow, what's up? And I just saw someone else also just pop in, but it's good to see you guys.
Mark.
And Fame in Physics.
And Fame in Physics.
What a
Yeah.
couple of bellends. That's all I can say.
Yeah, not Fame in Physics and Spherical Cow. That's not who Michael's calling.
They're a pair of
Balance.
dunces.
He's on about the people in the.
Oh, no, I'm not about people in chat.
No,
I
but
said
these
I'm
two.
talking about people in chat.
No,
No, it's not that. No, it's just when you said it, he just said hello to two people, and you said what a pair of bellends. So that makes sense.
Oh, oh no, like, I'm on about these. I'm on about
These two
this.
pillars.
This pillar cool looks like he's in a taxi,
I just didn't want it to be misconstrued.
and I'm on about this pillar here who's got like duct tape on his microphone. Oh, looks yellow.
I'm just sitting here waiting the whole time
mean,
to see his boss or
I'm-
something come in the. Door.
Hey, listen, I'm not biased. Like, Witsit looks like a lobster. This guy here looks yellow. He looks pink. He looks yellow. He's in a taxi. He don't even know what's going on. Him who's yellow talks about sandbox. Witsit is in his sandbox. Are you with me? I mean, there's only Mercedes.
Let's
There's
go. Any
only her who knows what she's talking about. He's a prick. He's a yellow prick, and he's a pink prick. I'm done.
Hey, Skeptic, good to see you, man. Click, man. No glow proof. But we have seen a lot of stupid from Delcos and Mark. That's for sure.
Stupid. Wow.
Wow.
So you're
Just-
saying that we,
we're way up stupid level. here.
Yeah. Stupid's
I mean,
under. There's no. What we're seeing tonight is like. There's no word for it. It hasn't been invented yet.
My first night back on your show, and I'm dumb.
Yeah. Still,
I apologize.
stupid compared to this is intelligent.
Well, you see, this is your coming out of the basement party. You know, I'm glad PJ let you out. Thank you, PJ.
I know, yeah. He was getting a bit thin. I'd only give him bread and water.
you can't contain something unless there's a container.
Yes, gas needs a container to be contained. That's how it works. Yes.
To have a gas in it. So are you saying that propane
Mark, do you know what
in
a
a low
terrarium
area?
is? Mark, do you know what a terrarium is?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you know how many experiments with terrariums have succeeded?
Well, what does this have to do with?
Mercedes. Dude.
Just kill them. Every time that lass was up in her mouth, just kill them all.
Right.
Mercedes for
That's it.
president.
Any of my questions? Please go back and
Because
answer the gravity.
that's the flat Earth model.
Answer.
Mercedes, I don't think he knows what a terrarium is, dear. I don't think he knows what a terrarium is.
About gravity. Go back and answer my question about gravity.
This is about gravity. This is exactly that question. Terrarium. Mercedes, he doesn't know what a terrarium is. Look, even Witz is like laughing. He's like, what the hell?
Wait, he knows exactly what it is. He thinks it's
This
a
Mark,
taxi.
I think this Mark is just, he's not stupid.
Mark-
I think he's just very dishonest.
Mark thinks a terrarium is a taxi.
Why we make a prediction that if we spin something at a certain speed,
She's literally talking about gas pressure without containment. She brings up terrarium. You're telling her she must stick to the topic. Now you're talking about spin.
it's going to have an exact prediction on what it's going to weigh at the equator. Just explain that one, okay?
Mark, really quick. I just wanted, because I didn't get to answer that part of the whole thing you brought up. I just wanted to say that with the terrarium, which we've used in science, you might have even done it in science class.
Mm-hmm.
We were able to grow plants and have gases within a container, within a containment field.
And there's pressure gradients inside the terrarium, by the way, Mark. And it's totally, fully self-environmental. Literally, you don't need any output. The only output that there is energy from an out system. That's it. Because it's closed. Yep. Photosynthesis happens from outside. The energy from the sun or the light comes from the outside. But all the gases is inside the container. Why? Because of the vegetation. And itself cycles the water, Mark. And it needs the containment to happen. Mark. A terrarium in itself shows you need containment.
Mark, you're such a disease.
Mark is an idiot.
See things grow in a terrarium, which is a dome-shaped structure with a flat earth, right?
What does this have to do with anything?
Well, what is it?
Can we put a gas into a container? Absolutely. That's how we sell all our gases. We sell them at high pressure in containers.
Well done. So you just debunked yourself.
It's just killed his own argument.
So
his own stupid mouth.
So this is where Mercedes or Witsit should ask him. sell us gas without containment then, please.
But he's already debunked that.
Yeah, he's just literally conceded.
Mark is a gas in a container in a taxi. Talking bollocks.
This guy's an idiot.
So again,
Wow.
let's not run off
Okay.
on what you call your fallacies. Please explain to me why we make a prediction that the Earth, based on exactly what we know its mass to be, we know its rotational speed,
Okay.
why it lines.
You don't know its mass. You don't know its rotational
Begging the
speed.
question. Begging
Yeah.
the question.
Yeah, they don't know. You believe. There's a difference.
Yep.
Begging the question. In a lot of cases, begging its a sphere, begging its rotation, begging its speed of rotation.
This guy just doesn't. But
No,
I've
but-
realized he just doesn't stop, and he keeps on scattergunning all over the place. They're busy talking about gas pressure without containment, and he keeps on trying to push it away to, oh, we have a diameter, or oh, people are light at the poles. What the bloody hell?
I wish I were lighter at Paul.
That's all I need to do, guys. I don't need to have a fitness channel anymore.
I know, yeah, just good at Paul and get
I
fit
just
as
get
well.
on a plane and I go to Ecuador. I'll be
Yeah.
lighter.
That's it, man.
I'll go to Flatzoid and I'm 20 stone lighter. The fuck? Moron.
This guy's thick.
Stupid.
Up exactly that at the equator we weigh a certain amount and we're 1% heavier at the poles. Explain that, please. with
Okay,
your
sure.
No, Witsit. Keep him to gas pressure without containment. Literally, Mercedes had him at the tail there.
Is Witsit indulging him?
Yes.
No.
Dude.
Please don't. Please don't.
Yeah, apparently 1% light at the equator, Thomas. Idiotic stuff. It's nonsense.
1% lighter. I'll tell you something. I'd go and move to equator if I were 1% lighter.
It's crazy.
Stupid.
I'm disappointed in Witsit now again. Come on, Witsit.
Yep.
You do better. You know better than this.
For Mercedes' sake, go on, please.
I know, he's the only one with a bit of sense in here, man.
Oh,
Don't
Sure,
let
one-
that-
it's crazy.
Once we point out that what happened was I explained that you can only
No,
have
don't
a ga-
explain what you've explained. Explain one thing and let's move on to the next so people aren't sitting here getting all frustrated. Explain to me why we can make that prediction and it's not gravity, it's your magnetic.
There
The-
is
the-
no prediction. It doesn't
These
exist.
pilots are doing a Matt Reed tactic. Witsit, you should fucking better stand up to these pilots.
All Witsit needs to do is, we are
If
busy
this
with
guy
an
were
argument.
talking to me like that,
It's crazy. And he just sits there smiling.
I'd be like, who are you talking to, man?
Or at least bring up, moderator, do your job. Say something.
Right.
Electric field.
Yeah, I can
argument.
easily explain that, but we're
Go
gonna
ahead.
actually conclude the first point you're trying to get away from, which is you asked how there's a gas pressure gradient. I explained you can't.
I mean, Witsit, literally that Mercedes had him with the terrarium. It's all you had to do. You didn't have to move on to nothing else. You don't have to once again catch his fish. You just have to say, keep to your claim. You claim gas pressure without containment. Demonstrate it. You don't even have to say anything further than that. He can open his mouth as much as you want, blah, blah, blah. Then you say, have you shown demonstration yet? All you do. That's all you need to do. Alan, Mercedes is nice, but I'd rather have a BMW. Yeah, your BMW, Alan. He's got
Yeah.
an awesome BMW.
Very nice. Very nice.
Even have a change in pressure delta X without X, the antecedent to gas pressure is containment. That we can replicate a gas pressure gradient inside of a container, especially whenever you're introducing gas to the surface.
Ooh, she's literally debunking him on screen again. Is that a container that she's drinking out of?
Right.
Aye.
Level constantly, which is what we observe on the Earth, and that we have a vertical electric gradient that results in a downward electric current that is
No, what's it? Oh, no, stop. You've already got the argument out. You require containment for gas pressure. You do not now need to go and explain based on your belief why there's a gradient. The onus is on Mark, who made the claim. There is no containment to have the gas. You don't need to now go and give him a whole story on why there's pressure gradients. Okay? Just say, show us a demonstration of having gas pressure without containment. In other words, tell him to debunk a terrarium.
Provable, testable, measurable. We can run generators off of it. You guys just deny it. So that is a fact. And then I said, well, you can't even have the antecedents for the pressure to have the gradient in the first place, so that it backfired and you can't support it. You responded with the straw man fallacy saying, oh, now we don't have a gradient, so I can't go to the top of Mount Everest with different air. No, I literally explained how you could have the gradient and how you could only have the gradient on a plane Earth that's contained. So then you tried to change the subject. So would you like to conclude that you can't actually demonstrate it? We can demonstrate it, and Flat Earth takes the dub again, and then we can move to the next point? Is that what you want to do?
No, because they're none of my questions.
Okay, eventually got to his point.
And so let's go back to the one where I was talking about gravity and explain how
This
we
is like
don't
a
have
rap
gravity.
battle. It's doing my head in.
It does sound like a rap battle. I think we're going to end it here, guys, for tonight. Is that fine?
Please. Please.
Yeah, yeah. Of
Because
course.
it's
Killing me.
Nipping my head, man.
wow. That was
Witsit is like an head full of neeps and tatters.
exactly, Paul. There is no downward bias. Things go up.
Gosh, I do. Clouds.
That's crazy. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's insane.
So Mark didn't get his way, find his way home then. So
Mark.
yeah, he wasn't. He just seemed like he walked in off the street like that. Oh, there's a conversation going on here. Let me put on my tuppence worth here and that. Dick. Tuppence.
Tuppence across the Mersey.
Well, that was interesting.
Very.
Wow,
Very.
even my triceps are getting irritated by this. They're knocking around here by my arms. Ooh. Damn, this was bad.
What bad? What bad, like?
But yeah. But it was a cool show, though.
Yeah.
All you can do with idiots like that is listen to them. Like, you can't really. I did debate some pillock.
I think you know what you know what these guys need? A padded room.
Yeah.
Because they might just fall and badly cut themselves open on a flat floor.
Yeah. But, like, there's no point arguing with them. All you can do is sit there and listen to bullshit they say.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's like. I'm going to have to bring it up. Sandbox. Wow.
Sandbox.
Absolutely sandbox.
It's crazy.
They've got no sand in the boxes, man. They're empty. Nothing between them lugs.
God's looking down and saying, get your own fucking sandbox.
But that's exactly that, though. It's like the scientists go and say, yeah, we don't need you, God. We can create everything ourselves. And then God says, yeah, no, fine. Go ahead, show me. And then he finds the scientist picking up sand. He's like, what you doing? It's like, no, we tried. But that's my sand.
Yeah, my son.
Ah. And that's exactly what the globe is. We can do everything ourselves, but they take what's already established.
That's right.
Correct.
Hijacking.
But yeah, thanks guys all for coming. Thank you for everybody. Oh, what would the polls end at? Let's check. 104 votes. Can the globe defenders even rebuttal? 44% say yes. Shame. No, 56%. And whoever said yes, go get your ears and eyes checked. You have some issues. Thanks, Gavin B. Yeah, looking forward to it.
People like Aaron Armstrong, Andrew Johnston,
Yeah.
Wally,
Yeah.
that type of person.
Yeah. Go get lobotomized. Sorry. I'm only joking. That's just me messing about.
Go get lobotomized.
But yeah, guys,
Blew over the cookies nest, eh?
thank you guys all for coming, I guess.
True though, isn't it?
Hmm.
Yeah, of course.
Dealing with retards.
Yeah. Yeah, put them out of the amusement ones.
So yeah, thanks all for everybody coming. Thank you for all the support on the show. Thank you for everybody. Really appreciate you guys. No, it's a pleasure, Skeptic, man. Thank you, Michael and PJ.
Yo, Skeptic. Love
Yeah.
you, brother.
Yeah, Skeptic is ace.
Yep. He's old school.
Yeah, definitely. He's part of the furniture. So yeah, I gotta say thanks guys all for coming. Appreciate everybody's support on the show, on the channel. You guys rock. I'll see you all tomorrow night for another epic stream. Many, many blessings and rest well, guys. Cheers. Wait. Paul just said John Hawkins is ace. No!
Yeah.